presents when they setting up in the sky, and every little planet we be touching. It's like comets burst in the heavens when we're soaring. We go high.
Welcome to another edition of Lando, Karl Urban Experience. We back.
Yo, what up?
So first off, before we even get into everything, make sure you subscribe on iTunes. We want some more iTunes reviews on our Lando, Karl Urban Experience page on iTunes, Stitcher, tune in. We'll be having soon. You'll be able to get us on SoundCloud. Damn near anywhere you got a podcast at. We've registered everywhere. So if you're listening on the Straight Out Lowcast fan page, make sure you subscribe to the Lando Cal page because we get a lot more in-depth interviews, a lot more in-depth content. We have the review show with Jules and James. We got my Game of Thrones show I do with Raven, Tyler, and Matt. That's all exclusively on Lando Cal. So you'll get your regular Lando Cal episode on the Straight Out Lowcast Network, but all the extra stuff, all the interviews, any other stuff we do with reviews, that'll be on Lando Cal. So make sure you go over there and subscribe to Lando Cal there. Lando Cal web page coming too as well soon. And so that's it. Let me our panel of players. James, Jules, how's everything going, blood brothers?
Peace. What's up, man? What up?
Anything been going on since lately, man? A lot of people have been responding, a lot of retweets and stuff. People responding to the review show, man. People are really doing the review show, man.
Yeah, we appreciate that too.
I love it, man.
Feedback's awesome, man. Let's keep that going, man.
Yeah, we got.
But I've been on some chill stuff. Just celebrated my anniversary, man.
Happy anniversary!
5 years in the game, man. Holla, man.
Congrats, man.
Yeah.
Congrats. I'll be coming up on my year next month, man.
Nice. Hey, it ain't nothing better, man. This is dope.
Yeah, it is.
But yeah, everything good.
Yeah, man. Of course, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, JBJR Official, Jules.
Me, Jules Unique at gmail.com, and then all social media.
Yeah,
Unique.
Yeah, make sure y'all subscribe to us too as well on not subscribe, but you go to Lando Cal Risen Experience on Facebook and the Twitter page, which is Lando Cal Pod. So we've been gaining followers on there, build us up on there. We're gonna be doing a lot of dope stuff though coming up soon. So.
And we're also gonna be trying to expand our outreach as well, like going on more different websites as well too. So keep on the lookout for that. Definitely.
Yeah. So definitely give us some reviews on there. So let's go and jump into it, fellas. Let's go. First, we're going with the Battle of the Week.
Yes, Battle of the Week. Last time I had made mention of Daredevil versus technically Agent 37, but we're gonna say NightWing for everyone to be familiar with. I was reading the Lando Cal actual Facebook page, and low key, it was almost evenly divided.
Okay,
it was pretty almost even, and I was surprised. I was like, okay, I like that. So, and people came with a lot of valid points from both sides, and I really truly do appreciate that. So, I want to hear what, just real brief, who you got and why, real quick.
I'm just going Daredevil, just because his little senses is heightened, and I just feel like he can do it. I think he can hold it down.
All right.
I'm going with Daredevil just because I feel like, Dick Grayson's always in Batman's shadow. But if Batman is able to be called, then I would go with Nightwing. But, if he's not able to be called. Just because, man, Daredevil, I just always like characters that kind of stood on their own.
Yeah.
Like, and I know Nightwing has a chip on his shoulder. It seems like every one of the Robins have a chip on their shoulder from rolling with Batman.
That's kind of true, man, playing the shadows to
every one of the Robins seem like they have like a chip on their shoulder from rolling.
Think about it, that's so true.
Every one of them don't like him, but they down. And it's like they always trying to prove they always trying to prove they better than him at some point.
Like
it feel like
it's like an unspoken. I fuck with you, but I don't fuck with you.
Yeah,
it's like you know what I'm saying.
It's almost like you feel like you molested him or something.
So then,
I don't know if that's happening. But I'm saying it feels like that. Like not maybe molesting, but he beat on him.
The conversation left on it. Hey, that's Dito.
But I know, or beating on, or somewhere it was like some kind of trauma. I feel like it's always traumatic dealing with Bruce Wayne.
Does it make it seem like what he does, he do it just to be better than versus?
It's my Nightwing.
Yeah.
Everybody just don't draw with Bruce well. It just seemed like Bruce Bruce is a jackass. Though.
Dick was pretty much Richard. Excuse me. Richard. Pause. Richard was pretty much like Bruce's test run. If you kind of think about it, as far as
it's like having a kid on your first kid, and you're just trying to figure it out.
He's trying to figure the shit out. If you being a pretty much genius billionaire, playboy, philanthropist / superhero,
What about the other Robins then?
You know what? And that's the thing.
Because they all schizophrenic too.
They are. You know what I'm saying? And I have to
Todd,
and you know I have to think
Damien.
about that. Yeah, I have to think about that, man. And I was like, damn, Bruce.
I
what
forgot
are
the
you
woman, the girl Robin. All of them was all schizophrenic.
Yeah, man. And then you know you had Supergirl, and then Batgirl. You know, she got shot and paralyzed. Batwoman was low key crazy. Cassandra Cain was a fucking assassin.
Yeah.
You know, Jason Todd got murked. Dick Grayson said, "Fuck you." Tim was the only one was like
Tim Drake.
Tim Drake was the only one was like, yeah.
But then he dropped him. He's like, my son here, you gotta go. You know, Damien showed up.
And Damien's just
he's like, hold up, man, I can't. He's like, it's like graduating from high school, and like you 20, and you still trying to go to high school. That's how Tim Drake was at the house. Like,
damn.
So I can't wear the suit. He coming in, it's all tight. You know, like he's 20 years old in a 12-year-old costume. I can still do it, Bat.
It's over.
I can
Tim Drake is low key potentially smarter than Batman though. Like,
no, he is. He
definitely
seems like he hang around a little bit too extra long.
Yeah, he does, but his detective skills are top notch. I gotta give him that. But anyway,
yeah.
I would have to say
it was
it was pretty much half and half. But if I honestly have to, I'm gonna give my answer like this.
That was stupid though, because this comment just had me laugh too. Skip said, "Let's Nightwing gets cheeky and calls Batman when he's down."
I will say Daredevil if he doesn't make his power, if he makes his power unknown the entire time. I'm gonna say that because I would say Daredevil's whole thing is he can fight him in total darkness. Like if you put him in a total darkness situation, you still can't get the drop on Daredevil.
Yeah,
you still can't get the, no matter what. Like,
but it's hard to even kind of. It's like you could say that too, but then in thinking about it, because somebody's comment even mentioned that his training's better. That.
And then
where Devil got his, you know what I mean? It's comparison.
Yeah, Daredevil
would learn from Stick though.
He learned how to be an assassin. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, he truly learned how to be an assassin. Like I say, even if Dick Grayson hid somewhere, and in a way he know how to throw that billy club, you know, all you gotta do is hear his heart be like, oh, okay, you right there, boom, boom, that's it.
Yeah.
So you know what? But if Nightwing figures this out, Nightwing gonna take it. So because this nigga got trained by Batman, yo. Once he figure your shit out, it's kind of hard to.
Yeah.
And then you got to remember, Dick Grayson is like one of the only few people who straight become Batman, and everyone's okay with it. You know what I'm saying? Like you have the he straight got the training and straight he got the history for real. Not only being Robin, but being straight Nightwing for a long time. You know what I'm saying? And he can figure shit out. And plus, Richard Grayson is basically a better athlete. In every sense of the way, no matter what. Like, he got trained by Batman and he was an acrobat. From birth, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So he naturally is way physically better and gonna last longer than someone like Daredevil. Even though Daredevil got hands, it's kind of hard to go up against someone who's going to be physically better than you in every single way, naturally. You know what I'm saying? It's literally like, you know, kind of like the fight between Captain America and Black Panther, like back in the day with his pops and shit. Like, Captain America got hands, but you find someone who's raised from birth as a warrior. You can't really contest against that all the way.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So that's how I'm gonna say it. But if they didn't know and they was just straight fighting hand to hand, they won't have a slight edge, maybe, but it will be a damn long, hard to fight though. So I would say that. So that's my opinion, but I'm sticking to that. That's the best way I can kind of answer.
Email us, let us know y'all thoughts as well. You know, on this one is landocalpod@gmail.com, so email us there.
And the new one is going to be a Winter Soldier versus Red Hood in celebration of the new movie. So we're going to do it like that.
Winter Soldier versus Red Hood. So next week, Winter Soldier versus Red Hood. You'll post that on the fan page.
Yes, sir.
All right. Let's go and jump right into it, man. Jules is out here trolling these streets.
I'm not trolling.
No, Jules is straight trolling these streets, man. Jules is trolling these streets. James, James has legitimate arguments. I give James that. That's why I didn't include you on the intervention we had to have here. You know, you're reasonable with your.
I'm gonna say
listen.
No, I know. You know, we ain't talked about it before.
I got legitimate reasons. You know, for my internet bashing of a lot of these cats out here.
Yeah, now they going too kind of. Now, Daryl, you was kind of going a little bit overboard yourself.
You was.
I think you
So I jumped out the window.
You jumped out the window a little bit on Dark Knight, man.
No, I don't think I did. I don't think I did.
I didn't read that. So what happened? Because I didn't catch
He
that
just
part.
said it's a more complete movie than Dark Knight. I was like,
It is though.
You talking about Civil War?
Yeah.
I think you just do that on purpose. No, I can't. Nobody's
I'm gonna tell you what.
No,
like,
man.
internet, please tell us what you think.
No.
13 films and counting versus.
No, but I'm talking about that one movie. I'm talking about all the different things they had. Dark Knight, and almost in a extent, you can't really even compare them because it's two different styles of movies. You can compare maybe probably Civil War versus if Justice League comes out.
Which Dark Knight you talking about?
Second one.
Yeah, the Heath Ledger Joker.
Yeah. So I don't want to compare it as much though, but I look at that movie and I was like, if they didn't, and I guess you could say that with any movie, but I feel like it was a Joker movie, not a Batman movie.
But you know what? I think because the death of Heath Ledger or whatever, that made it a Joker movie. You can't even help that. It made his performance stand out as his last, of course, but being that, everybody was looking forward to seeing his rendition no matter what. If he hadn't passed away, that'd be a whole nother ballgame.
But and then you gotta also remember at the same time, this man literally died for this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For the most part. So because for someone to take it so far left to literally become mentally like that, and this is a fictional character we're talking about.
Yeah.
You know, the fictional character is so fucked up mentally that it took a regular person I would think a little bit out the game a little bit. Like, that tells you how strong of a character the Batman universe is, as far as like Batman himself going against someone that's literally batshit crazy, and he's literally trying his absolute best to do the right thing and not kill this man. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, if you look at it like that, it's just like, nah. And then at the same time, Heath Ledger gave you like, Joker was real, dude.
No,
he was like comparing to him to Zemo was an excellent villain. Like, I'll give props to Zemo because Zemo actually succeeded in destroying the Avengers.
Yeah, he still don't exist. They don't exist now.
They don't exist. Like, he actually succeeded. I'll give Zemo the credit on that. Kind of like.
Before we go into spoilers for everybody listening, if you're listening, just fast forward like 10 minutes.
It's gonna be spoilers because we said we're gonna.
Just in case some people may not have been seen it,
No, but we did say we was gonna talk about it.
Yeah.
So, but sorry spoilers, but Zemo really did do what he did. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's kind of like how the way Joker really technically won again in Dark Knight.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I would give it that as far as, but I can't say it's that only because Zemo didn't give me the feeling that Heath Ledger gave me as.
But see, I'm looking at the complete movie though. Like, the action was better in Civil War to me than Dark Knight.
No.
When you're talking about a movie that's about what? 8 years? No, I'm sorry, 6 years apart or 8 years apart.
No, you're
like,
right.
And then you're talking about 1, 2, 3 characters versus.
But that's the amazing thing about it though. We got
30.
Look, but the reason that it's so beautiful is that we see how they'll use all these other movies when they put a whole bunch of different characters in there at one time.
Right.
Yeah.
And they succeeded with having 50 million people in there. You wouldn't like, it's too many. That's the brilliance of it. It's like when
supposed to be that though. They supposed to have that many. I mean, you can't.
But it's hard to put them together. It's like when people was talking about not giving credit to LeBron when he won with Miami. It's hard to get 3 different egos together on one squad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard. So you got all these different people in different universes all together. Like I know that the Infinity War is probably gonna be ridiculous.
Why isn't Civil War better than something else in the Marvel universe to you?
Why is it?
Why is it always a comparison into a DC universe?
Oh, no, because I felt Dark Knight was the best comic book movie of all time.
Dark Knight, the second.
Yeah, the second one, yeah.
So this right here took that crown.
It's up there. I jumped out the window maybe a little bit saying that.
What you're saying, Civil War took the crown.
It's not to say it's took the crown, but it's fighting for it. It's definitely fighting for it.
Not with that story.
But the closest one I have to say is honestly Winter Soldier. I would honestly have to say Winter Soldier. Like, and this is why I have
to Dark.
No, it's the best comparison to Dark Knight.
I would say that
is Winter Soldier. Low key I would say is Winter Soldier. Solely because Civil War. Only thing I would say, Winter Soldier. It's like Winter Soldier had the action and the story, and action and the depth of the story.
You got to think of how many people they were able to move in pieces they were able to, and it didn't mess up.
No, I'm not saying.
Think about the X-Men right now.
What,
Think about the
cameos.
X-Men.
It was all
right?
cameos.
But it doesn't matter though. But it made it fit in the puzzle pieces.
No, I mean,
Think about X-Men. No, but think
I'm
about
not
how bad
saying
the
that-
X-Men do it. Is my whole point.
No. I'm not saying the puzzle pieces didn't fit. Like, only puzzle piece that didn't fit for me, honestly, was Spider-Man. Only because
I thought he fit in perfect.
because he's just the character Spider-Man itself, the actual character in the
Okay.
movie.
It did feel
is-
chucked in there, though.
No, the character of Spider-Man, like the actual portrayal, A+ across the board. Best Spider-Man I've seen.
Yeah, and he like, and I love
Hands
Andrew Garfield's
down.
though. Let's not get it twisted.
Hands
I love
down.
Andrew Garfield's, but it was like the kitty aspect of him of like,
It was Ultimate Spider-Man.
Yeah.
You literally saw the perfect rendition of Ultimate Spider-Man on film.
If
saw
you're
a
saying that, I would say, all right, cool, I could dig it, because I was really throwing him under the bus.
Yeah, no. If you look at it as him being
like a
Ultimate
kid,
Spider-Man,
like him being a kid, and like
no, because
just happy to
technically
be
it
back.
is Ultimate Spider-Man. Because
Yeah.
look at Marissa Tomei. Marissa Tomei is Aunt May. Aunt May
she's
in
super
Ultimate
young.
Spider-Man
And she's super
is
young.
like in her late 40s, early 50s. You know what I'm saying? So no, that's Ultimate Spider-Man technically, but it works. But the thing about it is, it just feel like the characters work, and it would just feel like the plot itself, like, my nigga Tony, why would you do some bullshit and just throw this fucking 16, 17-year-old into something he don't even fucking know about? Like, you just really just chuck
But
this little
that
nigga into this
shows
shit.
the a-holeness of Tony though.
But that's what I'm like.
I think that shows the more a-holeness of Tony of like, I
Tony's
need a
asshole,
one up.
like,
Let me get a
it's just
15-year-old
like-
kid down.
It was fucked up. 'Cause I was like, Tony,
But
what
with
would you-
enhanced powers, though, so you kind of can't,
No, and that's what I'm saying. And technically,
Now keep in mind though, the Russos had the script done already, and they had to add in Spider-Man.
Yeah, it's
Right,
the
right.
same way Cloverfield was done as that silly movie, and then the seller, and then they added on the whole Cloverfield
So it was
aspect to it.
I was saying,
Well, no, that's a way more worse of a shoehorn to me to Cloverfield than this.
no, I would say this, and this is
It
probably,
fit more. Spider-Man fit
Yeah.
more. Of
He
course.
did.
And they didn't put him in there too much where they was trying to like push him down our throat. It was like he in his one scene, and he even was like, "Yo, take your ass back home."
They,
I
you
can
know,
do it.
listen, let's be real. Let's just be real about this, though. You had to put him in there. The movie did have a lot of lag to it. So if
Where did lag at?
I mean, come on, there was a lot of.
Where
we
did
needed
lag
that
at, though?
humorous Spider-Man and that youthfulness to come in there.
No, my thing. No,
That's what made it a little bit more youthful. Was
But
the movie in
that's what I'm saying. That's the draw. When
Yeah.
you're talking cinematically, yeah.
because
you have to.
I gotta agree.
Well,
with
because
you.
I heard that they was gonna have Ant-Man have more comedy, but they gave it to Spider-Man.
Once they got them right,
Spider-Man,
they
yeah.
said it's on.
Yeah.
Because the thing about, I gotta agree with you to an extent. I gotta agree solely because when I did see Spider-Man and Black Panther, that's what made me go.
But that's the gangster part
about.
about. But that's
smile on my face.
But that's
Like
the
a
gangster
true
part
smile.
about it though. The reason I would say that Dark Knight is a little bit less or as competitive is because we've seen the Joker before 50 million times.
But
We've never seen Black Panther.
Right.
We've never seen
and that's what I'm
Ant-Man
saying.
become Giant Man
And
on
I
theater.
love that. I love.
But that's
it.
why I'm saying because we saw like real talk. Jack Nicholson did a decentish job almost as Heath Ledger did. Heath Ledger did a darker version of it, but Jack Nicholson did a dope. We already had somebody do a dope Joker though. That's why I take a little bit away from that because we already seen a dope.
Was different. So
But I get that, but I'm saying we already saw a dope Joker. We ain't never seen a Black Panther.
Yeah.
We ain't never seen an Ant-Man turning a Giant Man. We ain't never seen a good Captain America.
No, and that's why I said, and for those reasons, that's why I said the movie is awesome, and that's why I always make that known that I'm not saying the movie isn't dope. It's just the plot itself. If I had to compare it honestly to Winter Soldier, because I said my standard is
like
my standard is Winter Soldier. Yo, like I said, it's literally cohesively out of everything. Winter Soldier by itself stands with Avengers 1. Standalone. That's what I'm saying. Everything cohesively with Winter Soldier, and then the perfect time from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I was like, perfect. It was like everything. It's like the stars and planets aligned for that movie to work like it did. That's the only thing I'm saying. That's why I say I hold them. And then I got to think about the storytelling that I've seen them tell with Daredevil and Jessica Jones. I know and with the same kind of amount of liveliness and action you can put in there. So that's why I'm like, damn, come on, man. Like, I know you guys can do this. I know you can. I know you can.
But you're comparing it to a singular characters that they doing. You got 9 characters you're trying to give where you're trying to make sure Black Panther gets fit in for his, Spider-Man gets fit in for his. You set up Ant-Man for what he's doing with his next one.
That's not hard to do, though.
But it's
They
not
do this
really-
in
It's,
film
no,
all
but
the
you,
time.
then why, if it's not hard,
was good.
but if it's not hard to do, nobody's been able to do it in any comic book movies.
It depends.
It's always failed.
But no,
See, this
if
is
it's
the
one,
thing.
they have the
You
perfect
got the
mix.
build up now. We didn't have a build up with Spider-Man 3. They just threw everybody in that bucket and was
Right.
like, "Yo, boom, boom, boom."
But that's
it
my
was
point,
really
though.
whack. But I'm talking about in film and period, you have that. A lot of characters. Marshals. U.S. Marshal. Remember, Wesley Snipes was on the run, the whole crew of cops. That was a team. Everybody got their own shine in the movie. You get that throughout a bunch of films. Star Wars, Star Trek. You got all these characters that get.
But they had like 9, and they
I
were
know,
for
but
other
what I'm
films
saying
though
is,
as well.
it's not like all 9 characters had like such an intricate.
They did. Everybody had their own intricate plot in the movie.
No, I don't feel like
I can name everybody's intricate
It's
plot
not-
and where,
it's
and where
not
they're
that
going to be able
many
to,
plots,
where, and
it's
then where
just-
every
and
where every
plus,
character's
it's just
motivations are going
choosing
forward.
sides. It wasn't
No,
really that
no, no,
much
no.
of a-
Everybody's. You can see where everybody's going to go for in the next movies. Everyone's
Yeah.
plot line is set up for
Yeah.
something else in the future.
I mean,
it's
I
not
agree
that
with
somebody's
you. I know what you're saying, but I think just laying down the foundation gives you the ability to do that better. And I think Marvel done that by laying down the foundation.
What, 13 movies
You know
and
what
all
I'm saying?
these
So
TV
that's a
shows,
lot
they
of
did it.
movies. You get to. They should be able to do that at this point. We couldn't get that from no DC right now.
And that's
They
what I'm
not
saying.
ready.
And that's what I'm
You know
saying.
what
I
mean?
just
So,
know,
but the
that's what I'm
artists
saying,
and
I don't hate-
criticisms y'all have of this is what I was
No, 'cause
criticizing Batman and
listen,
Superman on
But
because
that's
they couldn't
but
do.
But the thing, my actual criticism isn't bashing the movie. My criticism is just that, damn, I wish the answer I had to grade them harder because I know for a fact.
Yeah, you
they
want us
can.
to hate the movie.
No,
No,
I
no,
hate
no,
the
no,
movie.
no. But my thing with Batman and Superman is that you're supposed to be able to do that with Batman and Superman. That's
Nah,
the
they
same
wasn't-
reason you
they
saying
wasn't-
that
I don't think they
you
were
think they
ready
should
for
be
that.
better with it though. Then why do Batman and Superman as DC?
That's all we get in the Justice League 1 and 2. Whatever.
And then-
But my whole thing is why do Batman and Superman then? I'm saying that means.
'Cause that was-
But it goes
that
back
was-
to my thing of
No,
DC
I-
rushing to be
and
in the
you know,
game.
and this is
I
not
agree,
even
you
to
know,
dwell
but
on
you
that
know-
whole concept.
But
Yeah,
you know,
I don't mean to cut you off.
I will say he's not wrong. I did
No,
want
I
to see a
definitely
second
get
Man
you.
of Steel. I agree.
I would have rather had a
agree.
second Man of Steel though and develop the whole
I
thing.
did too. I said that from the start.
I
Like I
totally
wanted
agree.
a second Man.
There's
of Steel.
nothing wrong with that.
And,
Like,
then,
I agree
I
with you.
did want a reboot on Batman. I really didn't want
I'm
to
fine
see
with it because they
lose
doing
Christian Bale
they supposed to be
and
doing
then
10.
get
They're doing a gallery of 10. They're doing 10 villains for.
Okay, but
for
let me
Batman's
ask you a
next movie.
question. What was so wrong with Batman versus Superman as
Because
an
I
intro
think
to this whole
it was
collective?
rushed. You can
It
tell it
wasn't
was
rushed.
Yes, it was.
I don't think it was rushed, man.
It was rushed because
It wasn't
everyone in the
rushed,
movie
man.
was like, man, we got because think about how dope would have been if they did another Man of Steel to set that up, another Batman, then come in and do a Batman versus.
It would have
Superman.
been bad. Now, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm gonna be honest with you. It would have been dope. Okay, if you did give me the rush of Bat versus Superman, but then give me another Superman real quick right after this.
But they not,
Don't make
though.
me wait 2-3 years. Then
But
I
they
would've
not,
been
though.
like,
But
cool.
they are,
I
but
got
they
my
not.
discretion with it. I do.
Yeah,
I
because
can't
they
say lie.
finna push us on with because next is Suicide Squad, next is then Wonder Woman, then Justice League. I
But
think.
at least we getting Wonder Woman. Y'all can't even get Black Widow.
What do you mean?
Look, when y'all gonna get one for her?
I think they just
They just signed on. That's in the notes.
They ain't Greenlight, no, it's
Yes, they
not.
did. This in the notes. I just put that in the notes. Yeah, they just greenlit it. The Russo brothers already said it. Kevin.
We
Feige-
already filming. Look,
Kevin-
I'm
no, but-
DC.
yeah.
We already filming though. That's
See,
what I'm talking about.
but
But no, what's so
She's in
funny
9
though? You
movies
know
already.
what's so funny though?
And
You know what's so
she's been
funny
in 9
though?
films.
You see what's so funny though? Jules talking so much about because we can go read the Black Panther though. Because Jules like, I'm mad they pushed Black Panther back. Why Marvel doing that if he's so raw? And I was like, who is DC pushing as
listen,
black?
I'm on your side.
Because
man.
they put
I'm on your
stop when
side.
you coming
man.
to 2055.
Listen, I'm on your side.
2055.
We're gonna be 80 years. We're gonna be 80 years old in
I'm gonna keep it
wheelchair.
100
We're gonna be in the
with you.
wheelchair section of AMC and everything. Be like,
I'm
damn,
gonna
they
keep it
finally
100
made
with you.
it.
Certain characters don't need their own films. That's
I
just how I
agree.
think.
I don't think Cyborg needs his
Cyborg
own.
needs his own.
That's
film.
why they putting them in
Black
there. They try
Panther
to-
needs his own film.
But they said sequels and
unequivocally,
everything.
whatever you call it. He just
Sequels
needs
and
his own
everything.
film. Like period. You have to have him have his world is so different from everybody's else.
And that's why
And that's not me being biased because he's black. I'm just saying because I need to see that, man.
Because like I said, if you already seen the mid credit scene, you know the overshot you saw that made you feel like shit.
Keep it real.
Keep it real, man. It made you feel some type of way, especially if we all are men of color. It made you feel some type
Oh,
of way.
man, I felt
Because
good.
I'm like, it took you back to coming to America for a second.
Yeah,
Seeing that for a
that brought
second.
you back.
It
I was
like-
back
I
right
was
there.
like, oh man.
That brought me back to remember the time video, man.
Yes.
And then I will say with Black Panther, low key, everyone was like, "Oh man, who the Black Panthers truly agree with?" He truly agreed with Steve. Like, and then you gotta see Black
Yeah.
Panther was on real.
He had the best morality in there.
Yeah.
Like they set him up well for his movie.
Right, like Marvel, if you listening for real, Black Panther is going to be way bigger than y'all expect him to going to be. I'm telling y'all this
they don't
right now.
realize that.
Yeah, y'all
They
don't
don't
realize.
realize-
No,
got a young
you know what?
Denzel
You
playing
know
this
what?
kid.
You know what?
Yeah.
I think they do. I'm gonna tell you why. They pushed it back and they took a long time. Remember, people was bitching, someone asking when they was gonna cast Black Panther. Remember?
Yeah, I
they did
remember.
that for like 2 years, and they took their time. Chadwick Boseman. Then they was like director. First, Ava DuVernay was on it, and it was like no, you know what? No. We're gonna get this kid Ryan Coogler, and then we're gonna give him extra time with it too, because we got this Spider-Man shit. Give him extra time, because you know how a set build up probably gonna be for Wakanda.
Right.
That set build up probably gonna be stupid.
Let me ask you a question.
They're doing it right.
You think Ryan is ready for this epic type film?
We gonna see.
I love.
Yeah. No.
I'm just talking about on the level of.
I think
as a director,
the reason I think he is though, because I think any other director we would have had different preconceived notions of how it was supposed to be. They had to go with somebody young and black.
Yeah.
Because everybody else would have, if we got Spike Lee, everybody else would have had their own kind of opinions of Lawrence Fishburne, Singleton. Any of them, we would have had our thinking like, well, I mean, damn, man, John Singleton, man, I mean, it's going to be cool. I don't want to be Fast and Furious 2, you know. And I think it would be younger, it's harder to really nitpick at him.
And and Ryan Coogler is like around my age at the same time. And I'm thinking at the same time, like, if I was Ryan Coogler, and he probably already did this while we know, but I would pay some kind of homage low key to Coming to America.
He might, because you know he had to come with a fucking whole. He probably had to hold up.
No. I'm saying in a sense as far as taking that same epicness that you felt when you saw Zamunda for the very first time. And like bringing and then making that times 20.
Yeah, my thing is though, like, it wasn't just Creed though. Think about it. They was dead set on Ava doing it right. Yeah. Think about this kid probably had to come with a whole project with the storyboarded out of how I'm gonna have no crime, and he probably blew them away though. Like, damn, we didn't even let you see the script. And this is what because you probably had to come with your pitch of like you had to come with your pitch of like this is how I kind of have a vision of like probably like how do you want little kind of looking, have somebody go draw it up and like, damn, you ain't even seen the script of how we gonna flip this shit. Yep. And you got this, right. And I think it's better that it's a younger. And the reason I think I kind of feel you is what the Fantastic Four do though, because he was young too though to do that, because he did Chronicle before.
Oh yeah,
and that's is that where you coming from with that kind of like with Jason Trask thing, or you like where's a young director? And it's
I wasn't even considering that movie, but you're right though about that. But just because I don't want him to be overwhelmed with it. It's easier to do a Creed with a,
even though we want it faster, I think that them giving him 2018 gives him time.
Gives him that time to kind of build that up right.
Because I'd rather get done right than it be rushed out. Man.
I just feel like we're waiting so long.
But then think about it. Think about the placement of the movie. What month is it in?
February, Black History Month.
Yeah, because I keep seeing the poster.
And also, it's right before Infinity. If it's the movie before Infinity War 2.
But why are we seeing the poster that says November? Unless that's a fan-made poster.
That's old because they pushed it. Spider-Man is going there because they got the rights to Spider-Man.
Oh, and they doing it in November?
Yeah, it's 3 movies next year for Marvel. Thor Ragnarok, then Guardians, then Spider-Man. They hitting you hard. That's like that's not really fit him in. I mean, that's
when's Thor going to come out? March or something?
February, March. Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, if you really and then. Like Daryl Jones and I were talking about this for the show. Like, imagine if they decided to throw us a bone and I won't even say throw us a bone. I would just say, what if they just gave us like a 30-minute, maybe like a little animation or something like that?
Like
just
about
an intro.
They got I forgot they got one.
No, I'm talking about based off of what we want to see cinematic.
Yeah, you know that, right? Ta-Nehisi Coates is doing one every week.
That's right. Ta-Nehisi
Coates. He's writing a new Black Panther.
Wow. That's right.
I just thought about it. He's doing like a 5-minute videos because I watched him. It's like, and he's doing every week, building out, giving you stories of what's going on with Black Panther.
Question. Real quick question, because I'm gonna forget it if I don't.
No, cinematic right now. Right, go ahead.
Because we got this with, I call it Avengers 3. But since we got Civil War on the scale that we got this on, right? Mm-hmm. What do y'all think are they gonna do with Thor, Guardians of the Galaxy?
What Thor is doing,
and what right after that with Spiderman. Because now if you include so many characters, and it flowed flawlessly. Honestly, I agree with you with all the characters in Civil War. You gotta go bigger in some sense, but not you don't want to overdo it, especially not with Thor.
Yeah,
but. In some sense, you gotta hit us with some.
It's gonna be a buddy.
It's gonna be throwing Hulk, but there's gotta be a lot more to it too.
See, this is
because this is, I guess, in a sense, it's like I'm asking the question, but I'm kind of stating the point, really, that this is a door that they done cracked open, and so every movie could be solo films, but be a little more epic than just.
Well, that's the thing, though. Supposedly, Thor, whatever's happening with him, is happening right as the shit was going on down there. Yeah. So. Everything that's going on up there, maybe they may mention it and be like, Tony and them are fighting down there or whatever, man. What's going? I don't know how they going.
And you know what? This is how I think I'm gonna play it out. Because if you, and I'm going to go back.
Oh, in the movie they asked me where's Thor and Hulk at?
Right, and my thing about it is, I'm thinking like Thor gonna come back. If he does come back, if he doesn't get killed and raped like he did in the comic book, and then came back like right after Civil War.
Yeah, don't bring Thor to Earth, man. I don't want him to come to Earth at all, man.
I hate when
remember you talking about that. Don't bring him to Earth. Keep him in Asgard and keep him in that. Keep him in that fantasy area.
There's a whole other
Keep him
realm.
there, man. I don't want to see him on Earth.
But my thing is this: if they do decide to bring him, if they do decide to bring him back,
I don't think they are because they casted Tessa Thompson as lead. It's his new girlfriend, and she's Enchantress.
That's dope.
And so I don't know why. There ain't no reason to come to Earth though. You ain't got no chick. So what's the point of coming down?
Right.
It's something.
You think they're gonna do it?
I think they're gonna do it, and
Like,
that's what's gonna make it cheesy.
I think
because we don't get to step out of that.
Like
realm.
Transformers need to stay on Cybertron for one movie.
I hate that. Don't give me that no more.
I think what's going to happen is they're going to play off the kind of fact of after when Thor came back to Earth after Civil War happened. Because what I would want to see is if for some reason if let's just say Tony and Thor didn't interact. Mm-hmm. If you remember that comment, I actually said this on Facebook, and a lot of people agreed that Marvel really hasn't shown the true trillness of Thor, because Thor for real,
He's a guy.
it cannot Thor showed Iron Man that he can never flex with him. Ever.
Yeah,
like, I don't care what army you can.
in
He
the
literally took him out in 3 hits. That's 2 hammer strikes and a lightning bolt to shut his suit down, grabbed him by the throat, and looked at him and said, look, I'm not only mad at you because of what happened with Civil War, and that what's happened, you got 2 our people killed, you broke up our team, you did all this other stuff, you messed up. But you made a clone of me?
Yeah, because he didn't.
So to throw salt in the wound, and then he just told us if you ever do that again, I really will kill you. He's like, what you gonna do? Walk. And then he walked off. But I'm saying if they made Robert Downey Jr., which I don't know if he is or really is gonna give up the ghost as far as being Iron Man, but if he didn't,
they talking about doing Iron Man 4 now.
like I said, if he let's just say if he did showed up,
close the book on that kid.
no, because if he shows up,
Don't.
and for some reason they have to throw Thor in there for some weird reason, I would want him to be like, you effed up, because Tony low key is an F up in MCU. If you really think about it,
Yeah, he is.
he's really a mess. He really is an F up, man. And then you gotta remember, Iron Man, I'm not Iron Man 2. Avengers 2 was really Tony's fault.
Yeah.
100% his fault. And then he was like, oh, you remember everything that happened with this? No, I would have, if I was really Steve, I would have been like, no, that was your fault, and we had to help you out. You
the one that messed this up.
100%. You know what I'm saying? It's Bruce even told him, my dude, I don't know if this is the best idea, but you know what I'm saying? I understand what you want to do. I don't think this may be the best idea for you to do.
But see, it's different. It's different from everybody telling him,
right?
He messed up. I'm not gonna front, but you know why he messed up. You know what he's seen in Avengers. You know what he went through in that film. When
he's a broken man.
He felt like, yo, we nothing right now compared to what's out there. You know what I'm saying? I guess I don't know.
Tony, his heart was in the right place, but his execution was jacked. I think that's what it is. His heart was in the right place.
But that's him. His heart was in the right place when he told everybody who he was, and that's just who he is.
Right, but I'm my dude. My thing is, he doesn't listen, and that's his main problem. He want to do what he want to do, but he doesn't listen. He just I don't care. The climax of the movie towards the end with the fight between Winter Soldier, Cap, and Iron Man. Mm-hmm. Technically, I understand why Tony would be. I understand why Tony would be mad.
See, this is one of my questions, though.
Right.
I'll ask you this. I want to ask you this question. Maybe you can explain it or come in. When did Cap know about this? How did he know? Then that's my first one. Then my second part is
Winter Soldier. Technically, if you
but I've heard that people and how does Tony not know? Zemo said he found out from just going through all the files and stuff, and when it was all put out there with Hydra.
Yeah.
How did Tony not go through that? Have his computers go through that shit and find out information?
That's right there is where I have a problem right there, because my thing is,
but my question to myself on that is that did he not? Because he kind of said he didn't want to find out shit though.
Yeah, but not everybody knew who was even part of Hydra in a sense.
Right, because
it's not.
And then that's why you gotta agree with Cap on why he didn't want to side with the government, just want to stay freelance. Because after Winter Soldier, would you really trust the government after what happened to Winter Soldier?
So when did the Winter Soldier tell him? You think?
I don't know if he told him.
No.
That's what I think. I think. What if he just knew from when the files came out?
Files.
He knew from he just probably just
Because he was inside of Shield.
Like
Yeah,
this
working
makes
for
me
them.
want to go back.
Like that's what
Yeah.
I'm like. No, technically, if you really kind of put 2 and 2 together, it kind of low key tells it. It kind of pretty much hints at Bucky really being the one who really did murder Tony's
Right.
friends. But thing about it is, what thing about I cared before about where Iron Man, this was kind of like, come on, dude, really was at the end of the fight, like when he. Mind you, he do got a reason to be mad because if you find out this man just killed your parents
And you watched it.
and you watched it, it's a brutal sense. You gonna be pissed, no matter what. I'm not saying he gonna be pissed, but at the same time, he should have had a better judgment and thought about it for a second. Because 3 minutes ago, you just called this man a Manchurian candidate.
Yeah.
So you know he was doing stuff against his will. So you know this wasn't his fault that this happened.
I think he felt betrayed though.
But he felt betrayed
I
by
think
Tony. by Steve, yes.
and that's why he didn't give a fuck no more.
No, but-
that's
but
why
I
he
think
didn't give a
that's
fuck
what it
no more.
was.
But
I
by
don't think
Steve,
he didn't overlook the fact that this kid was the Manchurian candidate comparison. But I think he felt betrayed by Cap not saying something.
No, and I agree. That's what I'm saying. I would want him to be mad more.
And
Cap
that's
for
my thing.
doing
How
that.
long did Cap know? Did Cap find out when they had?
But I would think about it. But think
think
about
so?
it though. But I understand why Cap didn't tell him. Though.
Oh, I get 100%
I
why he didn't tell him.
Well, he didn't tell him because Tony doesn't listen.
And also, and
That's
Tony's
what I'm saying.
emotional. And Tony's
Too
emotional.
emotional. He's like, he wouldn't be able to handle that.
One thing about it, how long ago did he know about Bucky being Winter Soldier? Because I mean, there's a time when he knew about Winter Soldier without it being revealed to him it was Bucky. You know what I'm saying? So it's just had to been a lot. It had to been a lot of those, the murders here, the assassinations here, and then put them together. And by the time you find out, it's ball snap. You know what I mean?
Remember, a lot was told. You gotta remember, there's no telling what was in those files like behind you. Like you gotta remember,
Yeah,
it's
that's
a
what
lot.
I was
It was a lot of information that was sent out. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a lot of low key. It was like what's the shit that came? It was like the Marvel version of the Panama Papers
or the WikiLeaks.
or the Wiki. It was like the WikiLeaks plus the Panama Papers together.
Yeah.
All the way out there. So it's like, yo. So and then you learning everything that happened and what really happened to your best friend. And he was like, well, we friends. Like, then that's another thing I got with the whole friend thing. Now I'm thinking about that. They try to like say, oh, we try to pretend like they're friends. And like, they're friends. I'm like, no, they never really been friends. Like, they never, like, if you really pay attention, Tony and Steve never really truly, they're just being associates and just got along.
They were business associates.
They were business associates. They weren't friends. Cap's only true friends really in...
It's Bucky and Peggy Carter.
Bucky, Peggy Carter, and Black Widow. Black Widow's the only chick that really had his back when he came into the 21st century.
But now he's got Falcon and all these.
Now he got,
Falcon.
and then Falcon is his best friend, and is his modern day best friend. You know what I'm saying? So those
And that's why he held on to Bucky so hard. I think Peggy Carter dying put him like, damn man, like
He losing
like
everybody.
like
He
I
had
ain't got
nobody
nobody
left.
that knows
But
no dog.
and this is the only person I know that I know that had my back.
And it was
100%.
tripping, and it made me trip off of it. Remember when they were walking up there and he was like, "Yeah, remember that blonde you was missing, or was it a redheaded?" Remember he's talking about the girl and he was like, "He's like she's probably 104 now," and I was like, "Damn."
But see,
and that Cap probably tripped off of it.
That's
like,
a piece
damn.
of his history.
Yeah.
That's the last bit. You know what I mean?
Right, and that's why I'm saying, as a friend, I can understand why he had to defend him because he know for a fact he won honey. It's like if one of these something happened to one of y'all, like I would have to fight. Like, nah, man, I know this ain't them because this is not their character. I know this is not them. They doing it's something happened against their will.
Like when Daryl be trolling. I know it's not him. But
I always try to be speaking the truth, man. Look, two more things of
go ahead,
Marvel
go
before we
ahead.
get on. Let's talk about Black Panther, and then second thing I want to talk about is where y'all think y'all predictions of how kind of stuff's gonna go in the future with the universe.
They're gonna focus more on black people. Like this reception with Black Panther, I think Black Panther is low key gonna become possibly
He's gonna be
a
more
little bit.
popular.
He's gonna become like
He's
if
gonna be
Marvel markets him right, he's gonna be low key become in the same vein as popularity as Deadpool, Wolverine, and Spiderman. Like if they play him right, he can easily be Marvel's Batman. And Moon Knight is technically Marvel's Batman in a sense, but he will literally take over as Marvel's Batman easily. Like, I can see that, but Marvel has to play him up. And like I said, Marvel, you don't know the gold mine you're sitting on with Black Panther, but you gotta treat him right. Do
You
not.
got the whole African. Think about the whole
Do
African.
you know how
continent
many?
go to that movie.
Do you know how many black people will be pissed to see pretty much Prince Hakeem / Mansa Musa / Shaka Zulu superhero version? Do you know how many people were honest / Batman? Do you know how many people will be pissed? Low key, do not mess this up, Marvel.
Marvel's constantly teasing because they knew they had to get a black director. They know they couldn't roll.
I will write them.
I wouldn't give a damn if it was Steven Spielberg.
And they have done their stuff
then
with
again,
Thor and stuff.
yeah,
I can't do
no,
it.
People would have been hot.
You could have got your man. You could have got that Mexican director though. He would have did it right too.
You talking about
The Ignacio, whatever his name is, had that kid. He's dope.
Some other dude that
Reverend
did
and all
Reverend.
that,
But
man.
I'm saying people would have been hot though, Jules, if it wasn't no black man.
Yeah, in
Or
that
black woman.
sense.
They'd
I
have
mean,
been
but
hot.
I'll be honest with you, like, yeah.
And it couldn't be just any black director either.
Nah.
Like that's the thing.
You need
Like
some fresh blood in there.
your
man.
fresh blood, and then it's lucky it's fresh blood that made something work beautifully, cinematically, and story wise in a boxing movie.
That makes
Like you didn't really care
I'm
about
gonna
him.
be beyond him being black too.
Like,
I'm
you
gonna be
don't
real.
even-
Just him
right.
tying in the nostalgic feel that Rocky had for all those years into Creed and bringing the two together.
It was ridiculous.
I thought nobody could ever pull that
Dude,
off. Like
I
he
ain't
did.
never cheered no movie like that in my life.
Never in my life.
It gave you that feel, man.
Yo, son, I was so back watching that movie. And that's not me being biased because I watched, all originals back then. But I'm talking about literally to watch somebody put those stories together and mesh them the way they did.
Dude, it's like Rocky 1. It's like Rocky
That's
1
exactly
all over
what it
again.
was.
It's like Rocky 1 with a
Man,
person.
it was a powerful film, dog.
Powerful, man.
Powerful film,
But
man.
what do I mean? So I mean, what's what would be
What do
the
y'all
other thing?
what do y'all think the future going forward?
With the
Because you got
MCU?
Yeah, so next you got Doctor Strange coming out in November. Then we have
I think they got
Thor
this-
Ragnarok.
Stay on this path that they rolling with, man. If they can push out every 3-4 months of film, let them rock with it. Because for me, I'm looking at it like, man, we get to just bask in the glory every year now.
Right.
Yeah.
But as long as they give you substance, until they get X-Men gonna be chucked to the wind every time they come out, man. All that is a movie release, DVD release, but it's not gonna be considered
grand opening, grand closing.
It's not gonna be considered a Marvel Studio project or any of that stature until it's.
I think they're
it's
gonna get
brought
him back. I
back.
think they're gonna get rights to him back. That's my gut
But
feeling.
I don't even care if they do now or tomorrow or even in 2 years. When they do, they have to start completely fresh.
Oh,
And
yeah,
just let
everybody.
that be
New people, everything.
New everything. And that means literally.
You know what?
Let
You
that
know, I ain't
flow.
front
That
though.
could be
I
the
keep-
beginning
I
of
keep
the whole new
I
phase.
keep Hugh Jackman on board though.
You could do that though.
I
You
keep.
could do
I
that.
scrap
Old man
everybody.
Logan or whatever. You could do
and
all
I
that.
bring Patrick Stewart along too. I bring Patrick Stewart along
There's
too.
certain people you would want to bring
Yeah,
back.
I
Like, I
bring
ain't gonna
Patrick
front.
Stewart along. I ain't bring Michael
But
Fassbender.
this means
along. Bring him
but
along
I'm gonna
too.
be honest with you. This means you gotta still let that go.
But you know what though? I will say this: like, if Hugh Jackman doesn't want to play him anymore, Tom Hardy
is the
was
best
going to
one.
be the best.
Yeah.
He's going to be your best bet.
And he's the closest that's gonna look like Wolverine because Hugh Jackman's like 6'3",
he's
and Wolverine's only like 5'6".
Yeah, but there's exactly Tom Hardy.
He's
was perfect.
5'8".
They
He's
made him
5'8".
like he was 6'9" playing Bane. That was some
But I'm
incredible
saying, but
stuff.
Hugh Jackman is
You know?
bigger than everybody in all the X-Men movies, and he ain't supposed to be that big.
Like
Yeah.
low key, that actually, in some instances in the comics, actually kind of made him grow taller because of Hugh Jackman.
But you know what? That's cool though because it can be somebody's rendition. I'm with that. But I think if they don't let go of Singer and the whole incredibleness that comes with it, it's just gonna be something that's always just given to us and like, all right, cool. But then we out.
Like, because right now, like we talked about in the review show, like, don't get rid of Inhumans.
Nah,
Do not
that's
get rid of
stupid for that.
Inhumans. Like, and I was like, y'all stupid for that.
That was
like,
a dumb move, man.
Because I'm like, dude, because the way y'all introduced them in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., no, keep that going.
Yeah,
Keep that going.
But I would have
man.
thought it was
Like,
already something in the works just
Because
because Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. introduced it way back, and I don't even watch the series.
And it would be cool to see him in the MCU because an Inhuman is in the Illuminati. Black Bolt. Black Bolt helps Black Panther take out Namor.
Yeah.
So like Black Bolt and Medusa and the whole family over there is kind of.
But the reality is though
Yeah.
that you're not cinematically gonna get certain collaborations through these stories, man. Like we would hope
Right.
from the books. You know what I'm saying?
Like, you
Just
treat-
because it's in film.
Like you treat Inhumans like the Marvel version of Watchmen, yo. In a sense, you could.
I just want another Watchmen to come back too, man. I'm gonna keep it 100. You gotta get that one more shot.
Do you think so?
I was watching Watchmen the other night, and just watching it, I'm not even mad at nothing that movie did, man. It was a different twist on everything, man.
And then-
forget what Man of Steel did or Batman Super. I'm talking about Watchmen in its own right it was dope.
And you got to give credit to Snyder in the fact that Minus the very end of the movie, it literally, I read Watchmen, it literally took almost page for page dialogue and shots from that actual comic. Like it was literally 97% accurate. Like I got like in defense of Snyder, I gotta give him props on that. I gotta give him props on that because you didn't care. I didn't even know who the hell Jeffrey Morgan was, and I instantly became a fan after I saw him as a comedian.
Oh, I knew who he was. Like, Supernatural, he was the pops.
Like, and then like because I didn't watch
Season 2, he got bumped off.
Right, I didn't watch Supernatural like that, but I was like, yo, who is this dude?
Yeah, he's dope though. He's dope.
He's playing a
and I think him, and this is a big part of me saying I love Watchmen because I thought it was all around a good film put together. But I think his role made me want to see a lot more. You know what I'm saying? Right. With his character. So I definitely wanted to see more of Watchmen. I thought that, Zach he's a hit or miss though. I'm not going to say because look, a lot of people on internet thinking I just hate Marvel. Nah, what I'm saying, Zach, I think he has something good going on. And I think he went through a storm. I think when he did Spirit, that was trash. Remember?
Yeah, man.
Also trash, Super Punch.
That was 2 minutes.
Sucker Punch was trash too.
It was, I think it was beyond our comprehension. I was like, I'm not gonna let that rock. I don't know what's going on here.
Now that criticism, I can totally understand that criticism.
You know what I'm saying?
100%. I really.
But I think for him to grasp it, it's just he got a man. I don't know. I think cinematically, maybe he might have to fall back on a level of let me do what I do, but on a smaller scale.
Right.
Yeah. Because I think it'll be more appreciated.
Less of a budget.
Exactly. Because I think when we're looking and gearing towards massive of audiences and all that, that's when it becomes tricky, man. So I don't know. It's just
like I would keep him on as like director, like photography and stuff like that, like cinematography. I would definitely one thing you got to give Snyder,
like Michael Bay.
Like Michael Bay, you'll give him all action.
Like I'll give him all cinematic. I'll give him all the cinematics because I would give him because visually, one thing people can't deny. I don't care how much you made dislike the movie or like the movie. You can't knock the visuals of Batman versus Superman.
No, not at all.
Visuals are amazing.
No.
And it was like, and then because you see everything, because it was like, wow. For me, it made me feel like, wow. Yeah. And I think that's probably why I gravitated more towards Batman versus Superman. Because me personally, as far as, and I gotta let people know why I like that movie, because it's not to knock Marvel, because clearly I think The Dark Knight is the greatest comic book, like what Daryl said. Like overall, and Winter Soldier is very, very close to that. Yeah. So
Winter Soldier's in my top 3 with Dark Knight being one of them.
Right, it's the best Marvel to me. It's the best Marvel for story wise and shit. It's the best Marvel movie. Period. Yeah. Like Dark Knight is the best DC movie. Period.
There's nothing wrong with loving both sides.
Right.
Say yo.
No, but I'll be telling people like I'm looking at it from a side of a perspective as if I'm looking at it as if I'm looking at it as a man. Like in a realistic setting like today, like with us like sitting around talking right now, if you really think about if Superman was real, those feelings and everything that happened technically would have happened, because in this it actually would have went down like that, because it was like, yo, okay, so you telling me y'all don't fuck with me, even though you clearly see I'm trying to save all y'all, because what would you rather have, one city destroyed, or a crazy motherfucker that's just like me, killing everybody?
Yeah, but then you got the people that don't get their family members saved through something simple. And they looking at Superman as being this god on the earth. Right. Like, yo, why my family just died?
But you know what though?
Where you at?
But I appreciate them calling it out early as fuck, because one thing I will say when Marvel, and they kind of dropped the ball to me, is with Civil War, is it took for Scarlet Witch to blow up that building versus everything that happened in Avengers. Well, no,
I think that was the last straw, though. I don't think that was the last straw.
But you don't talk about everything that's happening with all these, but this one final straw.
Okay, have you thought about that Wakanda's got a whole bunch of power too, though, because they got all this money? That's why. That
could be the case, but the thing about it is, like the total xenophobia that you see with people in Batman versus Superman felt real as fuck. Like, you really got the sense of people fearing what they don't understand. Like, and I'm looking at it as that, and that's what's like, if I'm looking at it at that perspective, I'm looking at it as people don't fear what they don't understand. Like, Batman feared the shit out of Superman so much to the point he was like, how can I take this nigga out solely because if he does snap, which that's been Batman's whole MO, literally even in comic books, you my best friend, but I know for a fact if I got to take your ass out, I will.
Yeah, I got it.
And I got to make sure at the same
That's
time.
one of the things I love about Batman.
And it's like I have to. And at the same time, though, that's why I say with Batman vs Superman, when people's like, the Martha scene sucks. No, I think
does suck. It does.
I'm gonna explain.
It doesn't suck, man.
I'm gonna explain.
I mean,
Don't let him do that to you. Don't let him do that to you.
For real. I'm
Here
gonna
go
explain.
down.
No.
Here go
Superman was a
down.
bitch in that movie, man. Y'all gotta admit that.
No.
I don't think his mama is dying, getting served up by somebody, and you going to say this chick that tripped down steps.
No. Check this out. Listen to me for 1 second. Just this is the way
I'm letting y'all cook.
No. I'm just letting you see it from the.
spaz out.
No. We know you did. No, but I'm saying if you think about it in perspective
Go
of
back and listen to Battle vs DC if you want to see
Anyway.
thug tears.
this nigga said thug tears.
Yeah, I can't, man.
But like I said, man, I can. But the criticism, where I see the actual Batman vs Superman, as far as the Martha scene is concerned, I'm looking at it not as Martha that instantly stopped everything, like the word Martha stopped everything. I'm looking at it from the point of I understand that Superman touched the nerve that Batman never thought of, that the actual Batman's true main weakness per what the comic is, which is really honestly his parents. It's distraction from his parents. Because like one thing you got, because what's one thing and I don't think a lot of people low key peep that. Like you gotta understand that's the best way to throw Batman off is to distract him, and the best way to distract him is his parents. Superman unknowingly did that. Saying that trigger word, now mind you, now everybody's like, why he have to say the word Martha? How come he couldn't say my mom's in trouble?
I think people are taking that too literal.
Right, and then that's what I'm like, but no, so technically he actually tried to, really, but Batman was just like, nah,
but if you're seeing a mass amount of people saying that, isn't that a bad direction of a director conveying that to the public?
No, but I do say, but I also agree with saying like they could have played that better. I'm not gonna say that he shouldn't have played that better, but the people who've given the flack for what it is, it's not that big of a flack. I understand, because I understand what he, like, mind you, it could have been played better, but I totally understand, and that's why I'm like, okay, looking at it like that, if I had to look at it like that, I could totally see where you're coming from, because he thinking about Alfred, he thinking about everything probably Alfred told him throughout the movie, because Alfred truly did tell him to chill like hella times. Yeah. Like he really did. He told him to chill, and then you got to remember at the same time he got the chip on the shoulder from seeing someone that literally came in the course of 2 days and pretty much like, what the fuck, you know what I'm saying? So and then he was like, why did it take a year and a half? Like, I say this because in this sense, in this universe, it's not like Batman has every single piece on someone he literally just found out on. Like with someone like Superman, someone that's xenophobic, something you know literally nothing about, and it's a brand, you're not gonna know shit about someone you can't beat. So it's just like, how the fuck can I beat someone like this? And then you just now recently discovered that, oh, this one rock that got terraformed from when this world machine came over can actually hurt Kryptonians. This is the only thing that we have found, period. Batman just so happened to find this out. It was like, all this time, Batman has been low-key trying to figure out, because he has been. Like, you can't, if you seeing someone that you literally cannot flex with, period, and you find out this one rock, it just so happened within a year and a half times, man, you've been researching, just so happened to come across this one rock. It was like, I'm gonna say, God, I got something. I've been looking all this time. I got something to take this nigga out with. That's the way I'm looking at it. I'm not looking at it as far as that. I'm looking as far as if you really think about the time of how you got to research someone that you know you can't even flex with in no form whatsoever. Like, technically, like I said, if you really had to be honest, Batman really can't flex with Superman because Batman says so. Like, he already know the only way he can beat Superman is in here. He got to make him think like, he's like, okay, I know he's too nice. I know he ain't gonna go this far, so I can beat him this way. But he said, if he was to snap, I wouldn't last 2 seconds. Like, Irredeemable with the Plutonian proved that, like...
But Batman he was a bad detective in that movie, man.
I don't think he was...
I think he was a bad detective.
You can't really say he was a bad detective. You gotta...
He's the ultimate detective.
Yeah, but then you gotta understand in the time period that Batman was...
He had a year and a half to get intel, and he didn't know about the...
But no one figured out the intel
of a 20-year run.
No one figured that out.
Dealing with criminals and clown suits and whatever you want to call it. That I think it was just at that point, like, not giving 2 cents to anything. Not to stray away from the whole Civil War, because this is really what this episode should be about.
Right, it really is.
The whole
Yeah,
concept
explain
of it. You know what I mean? I think just with that, I think people downplay the Martha scene just because the name Martha. Yeah, I get it. But at the end of the day, that was a moment when that kid realized, I am becoming everything I'm fighting against.
Like, and mind you, he did murder niggas too.
But this is my main thing and my main issue with that. Those are great things and those are cool things that y'all appreciate. But if a director can't convey that to a full public,
Well, the director can't make everybody and their moms happy.
But most people aren't happy with this movie, so
But
therefore
what
you
movie
didn't.
is everybody happy with?
No,
Keep
but
it
we talking.
100.
But most this is considered.
Come on, man.
Come on, this movie is considered
Not
a
everybody
financial
like
failure,
Creed.
man.
What they got this little
But
young brother here,
but it's not considered a financial failure.
Yeah, because it's not
considered a
expected to be here, but at the same time,
Come on, Jules.
It's
Batman
not-
and
it's
Superman
too
is supposed to do a
much.
billion.
It's too
It's not even
much.
gonna make a bill, man. It's not even gonna make a
it
billion.
doesn't matter if it didn't make a bill. It's still
Batman
made
vs.
enough.
Superman is supposed to
It's
make $1 billion,
top
Jules.
It's 7 top grossing film in the genre. What's wrong with that?
No, it's not gonna
What's
be.
wrong with
It's
that?
not. It's on the on some
Who's
par with
taking it? Who's
Deadpool.
taking it right now?
What you mean? Who's finna
Who's
take
taking
it?
that 7th place?
What you call? Didn't you see the link I sent you? The
I
Civil
paid
War's
attention.
finna pass it like this in one
Okay,
weekend.
finna pass is not
In one
check-
weekend, 692 in one weekend. They stuck. They
He
stuck at
always
180
speaking
billion.
in future terms. Like, yo,
You don't think they gonna
didn't
do
it
it?
yet,
Okay,
though.
let's just do simple math here,
Can
Jules.
you just give it to them
say-
right now? They didn't do it yet. So you can't give them the credit and the props for being in 7th place.
Because they're
Top
gonna be in
grossing
8th next
films in the
weekend.
genre of all
Next
time.
weekend they're gonna be in 8th place.
That's right. That's whack.
It's
whack.
true.
You can't admit a positive thing.
But that's
Ever.
not.
You can't admit a positive thing.
Well, I'm trying, Jules, what
Am
are
I
you
right
talking
or wrong?
Jules, what are you
Keep it
talking
100.
about? Okay, let's just
You don't
say-
want to give it the credit it deserves.
It
It's
doesn't
7th.
get no credit. It's
pre-
documented.
you're
It is
pre-focused
documented.
on
It is
Civil
documented.
War taking the crown.
But it's
in a week or two.
documented that the fact that Batman Superman is supposed to do numbers, it's supposed to
It's
you're supposed to give it the
cool.
real fanfare you're supposed to have.
If your Batman or Superman came out looking like 1989 Batman and looking like 1984
'cause
Superman,
one thing I
would
heard-
expect that money.
But no, and this is
I'm,
one.
like I'm saying, it would have been a cool movie. I said 3 or 4 years ago. The fact that the landscape of all this
It wouldn't be a
superheroes-
cool movie 3
It would have been
years
better.
ago.
No,
It
3 or 4
wouldn't
years
be a
ago, I
movie-
would give it a better
cool
rating.
movie.
I would give it a better rating. It seemed like a movie that should have been made 3 or 4
No,
years
that's
ago.
because you got like 17 different Marvel movies.
Exactly.
And you're looking
So
at
their
that
game
as
is to
a
be stepped
catalyst to
up.
set off-
But that's the whole
but
point,
that-
Jules.
It
Their
can't
game-
be judged
their game
on
has
what
to be-
Marvel is doing. You
No,
can't
but the
do
whole
that.
landscape, it's not just Marvel, it's just the way movies are being
If it
been
was
period.
colorful in the same,
I'm
in
not
the
talking
same
about color.
rendition that Marvel does. If
Okay.
it was that, then I would say the fight is equal. Go for it. But
Look-
it's not done in the same light.
Look, I'm gonna put it like this. I'll see both.
DC is Avon Barksdale, man. Quit being on the one corner,
Look,
man.
but you know, put it like
and
this.
Marvel is Disney.
Marvel
Let's just
Marvel
get-
Marvel is Marvel.
Disney.
Marvel is Marvel.
Marvel
All
is
my Wire
Disney. It
fans, y'all
doesn't
know.
matter what you're saying. Marvel is Disney.
No, Marvel is
Disney. Take your daughter, go see it. That's all it's for.
That's fine.
Look,
We
ain't
make
nothing
it,
wrong with
look,
that.
look. What's crazy? Y'all might not even get to JLA. Shit, if it's Suicide Squad or Wonder Woman.
You just
No,
hate it.
no, that's not hate. It's just they moving on somebody else's drum though. Like all the people that watch The Wire, y'all watch The Wire before?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, y'all remember how Avon was doing stuff just because what Marlo was doing? Like, well, dang man, they took that block. We need to go take that block back. And Marlo was doing making
real
moves.
hood every day.
But Marlo was making moves all over the place because he had stuff popping everywhere. That's Marvel.
But this is why I'll say to that. This is why I will say to this. I see, like, because really honestly, I do think about Batman vs Superman in different lights. Now, financially, I will agree. Now, financially, as far as box office is concerned, I do agree with Dirk.
Yeah.
Like, I will.
It's supposed to do over $1 billion.
No,
man.
I agree. But I find
It's not that far from it though.
It's not that far, but I will say
And
it's
it's still
supposed
a
to
smash
in box office.
I don't know about that.
But no,
It's Batman, Superman. It's the two most iconic characters in comic books.
I don't think they were
How is it
pushed
not
out
doing
to
$2
be the
billion?
two. They didn't film it in the sense of this is the two most iconic characters.
You just had to have a good storyline. It would have made $2 billion.
They had a good storyline.
No, it didn't.
I think
It did not relate to people. That's why the numbers are showing. Didn't
Nah,
Jay-Z
I
say
think it's
men
too
lie,
much.
women
You
lie,
know what
numbers
it is?
don't?
I think it's too much. It's too much. We doing it to ourselves, first of all. We're destroying everything that the films are putting out because we're building up the hate between each Marvel and DC. At the end of the day,
I don't hate
so how
DC
many
though,
Marvel
man. I
fans
don't
won't
hate
go
DC.
see it because
No,
hell
I'm
no.
going to see DC
keeping
movies.
it real.
That's you. We're not saying you. We
I'm
just
not
saying
saying
Batman's
you.
my favorite
Me
character.
and
You
you
know
gonna
that.
go see
No,
both.
no.
But
We're
what
not
we're
saying
doing right now is East Coast versus West Coast. Really, at the end of the day,
Right.
We're making
It's
fans
like-
right now. Listeners choose sides, and what happens with that? They become divided, and not everybody wants to see the both. you know, either Civil War and Batman Superman, they're gonna be like drawn to one or another.
I don't think that's. I think if it's good, I think people go see it.
This is the one thing I did want to say. At the end of Civil War, me and James was in the same theater, and the honest to God truth, right, James? There was only 2 claps that started.
I heard things was clapping.
No way, I don't believe you.
You want to make a bet? I can call my boy Theon right now to win the sequel.
I don't believe you.
I guarantee you.
I'm just keeping it around. I don't believe you.
Look.
It was like
you want to have like Batman versus Superman? Somebody said this some bullshit in my theater, and everybody was like, this some bullshit. One dude said, I don't even want to stay for no post credits. And this is an old man, like 50 years old. Not old man. That's
It's supposed to be colorful though, man. I get it, but it still didn't get enough claps in my theater. And we had a full house.
No, you know one thing, and that's what I say.
The only claps you was getting from Black Panther. Yo, we was wilding over there too.
Spiderman, yeah, definitely that. And Ant-Man, definitely. Ant-Man turned into Giant Man. But I would say, I'm just telling you, and it's not even about
that's action.
Right. That's action, but that's what we saw. But I would say, in Batman vs. Superman, and this is just being honest, we saw some standing ovations, yo. I'm just basing this off of what I actually saw.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not basing this off of numbers. Like, this, because the main argument I always contest, and I'll be one that will let people understand is box office, totally understand where you're coming from. I do. That's what I say. Don't get me wrong, I do. But I always look at how, with the longevity with some of these movies, because DC, one thing, has a history of longevity in media and actual tangible media for a long period of time.
Well, I mean, and I agree with that. But tell me what movie flopped that flopped financially in the box office that ended up doing well on DVD besides Judge Dredd.
That was a whack move because I was about to say it.
No. But for that theory to be in place, you would need to have evidence to show that other movies that flip flop the other way. Though there has not, because people gonna hate so much on the. There hasn't been.
Watchmen did that bad on DVD. To be honest with you,
but Watchmen made money though in the theaters.
I believe Big Lebowski. I want to say Big Lebowski did that. I want to say
no. I'm saying in the genre.
In the genre. Oh,
in the genre. I mean, there's been a whole bunch of movies.
If we want to skip, I'm gonna say superhero, sci-fi, all that shit. I'm gonna say
in the genre.
Johnny Mnemonic one actually did that low key. Like, that was actually a cult following with that movie. With Keanu Reeves, like, for real. I'm dead serious.
Okay.
Like Johnny Mnemonic. What was that one joint?
But that was at a time when DVDs was the only thing you could grab.
But still, it's still a cult following. So, think what I'm going off of.
But see, a cult following ain't going. Look, this is the problem though. The cult followers are dope, but Warner Brothers ain't looking for no cult following. They're looking to get dope.
Oh no, that will get the dope, because you know what's gonna happen. Everyone's gonna want to see. Okay, I want to see this 3-hour movie now make sense.
No, 4 hours.
4 hour movie. 4 hour movie makes sense.
This motherfucker movie supposed to be 4 hours.
But you know what though? Check this out though, nigga. I watched Titanic. I watched the movie.
That's Roots, motherfuckers. Y'all just talking about watching Roots. I ain't trying to see Batman, Superman, and Batman, Superman. They gonna be picking cotton and stuff up in there and stuff. Massive. We got to get out here and get out the house.
See this movie. You know
4 hours, yo.
Nigga,
4 hours, man.
Give me 4 hours.
4 hours.
Shit, fuck the shit. You say what you want. Give me the
if I could go through Hobbit 1 for 3 and whatever 2 minutes.
Ain't none of them been no 3 hours. Return of the King ain't been no 3 hours. You talking about 4 hours?
Return of the King was the longest, man.
It's 2 hours and 45 minutes. 2 hours. You talking about 4 hours? You know how long 4 hours is?
Nigga, I watched.
We waited 4 years for this movie. We can't get a 4 hour.
Okay, you want to see how cinematic
now y'all giving me that crap that y'all gave me then. I ain't doing no 4 hours.
It's not crap. It's just not colorful like you wanted to.
No, and you know what? I told you the reason I knock it down is the fact that I'm supposed to get that epic. I can't be giving it no crutches when it's Batman, Superman. When I told you when we said they shouldn't have done it in the first place.
But that's not
and that's
fair
why
to
I'm
you
pissed
to
off.
say
But I'm
because
pissed off at DC for rushing it.
But it's
do
not,
it right.
It's not
do
rushing
it right.
it if it's an origin film. Because it's an origin film. Let's not
No,
get
it's
it
not.
It is an origin film.
How is it an origin?
It's the beginning of everything Justice League. So what is it not?
Okay, so but that's my fucking
You never
problem.
seen that
that's
Batman
my problem.
before.
That's
You
my
have
problem.
to get that.
But that's my problem. Why is it an origin film or is it Batman versus Superman?
It's actually, I would say, it's more the beginning of the world's finest leading into the Justice League. If you want to put
then
it
you're doing too much. Make it 2 motherfucking movies, man. That'd have been way better than they.
Because technically,
and they could have made more money.
Because technically, if you look at Batman versus Superman, it's technically not really. It's technically Batman versus Superman leading to the world finest, leading to the Justice League. The way I'm looking at it, this is the way I'm looking at it. But I look at it as the world's finest with Wonder Woman, like the actual Trinity happened. So I'm looking at the trilogy, so how they did that, because low key, as far as interaction, Batman Wonder Woman, the interactions that they have does happen like that. Even
all right, you know what? Let's shut this down. Let's do this. Because we went into the realm of Batman.
Yeah, we did.
Because it proves. But you know what this just proves?
What?
Right? There's a lot more interest in what's going on with that movie versus what's going on in the Civil War.
No,
so I'm gonna just say that. I'm gonna just real talk. Let's just do this.
Because
let's reconvene this whole thought.
Look, let's go into another topic. No, this is a segue to another topic.
Real quick, we're gonna shut this down.
Yeah, we are though, and I'm gonna jump out the window with this. They got 2 more movies to fuck with me, and I'm putting them on X-Men thing. They got Suicide Squad and Wonder Woman. If they don't get it right, them two, I'm out the window. I'm out the window. I'm out the window.
Let's just do
I'm
this.
putting them on X-Men
Because you know
watch.
what? Blockbusters and all that, that's always an issue with a lot of people. Let's wait for the DVD sales to numbers for both films.
Right,
30
and that's
days,
what I'm saying, though.
A 30-day window from when it releases to the 30-day and how much it makes.
But that's
each
my whole
one.
point, though.
And we'll compare the 2
I
movies
got you.
from that.
I'm with you on that.
Let's do that.
I agree with that. I agree on that.
Behold.
Okay.
But I'm jumping out the window,
I
letting
am
everybody
the
know.
witness. I'm the
Look
witness.
here,
I'm the
right
witness.
now,
I'm the witness.
I'm saying it right now. They fuck up Suicide Squad and Wonder Woman. I'm gone. Look, I'm putting them on X-Men watch.
They're already talking about why that Suicide Squad is going to be better than Civil War.
But this is the thing. What?
I've been all over the internet, man.
Are you just putting in Suicide Squad as good?
Nah. I'm scrolling through, and this is what I see.
I didn't say Suicide's not gonna be dope, but I'm saying
not
I have no
that's
reason.
gonna be great. I'm just telling you what I'm reading.
Right.
I'm out here
fine with
searching,
that.
looking.
But we can segue into X-Men now. X-Men. Let's go into the topic.
Now, X-Men.
I'm out. I'm gone. I'm
X-Men
gone.
don't even deserve this conversation, though. I ain't gonna
Now,
lie.
X-Men. Handshake.
I'm gone.
I agree.
I'm
I
gone.
agree.
Yeah, look,
I 100%
I'm gone.
agree. X-Men.
I'm gone. I'm not doing this movie. I'm gone. I'm gone. Y'all, Fox ain't getting no paper from me unless it's Deadpool. I'm gone.
You gonna wait for the Fire Stick?
Look here. Look. I'm a bootlegging on purpose. I want to watch you with somebody in a handy
He
cam.
automatically giving it a bootleg from Jump, yo.
Look. Wow. I'm jumping out the
Wow.
window. Look, the next movie supposed to be in the 90s. Bryan Singer's still directing. I'm gone, man. Like, I'm not doing y'all, man. I'm not doing y'all, man.
Just look at it like this.
I want this movie to fail. I'm going to tell you why, because I needed the financial.
You'll go see the Power Rangers when that comes out?
Yeah, I might go see that just to shit on the numbers for X-Men.
Yo,
I might this shit on the numbers for X-Men just to be
man.
like, damn, Power Rangers beat y'all? I might go do that.
Man.
I might go buy tickets to go back home. I live around the corner from the theater. I might go back home. Because I need them to be so financial of a ruin that they gotta go holler at Marvel.
But what if literally the exact opposite happened?
Impossible. Impossible. I'm gonna tell you why. The reviews that come out, people are already like,
Oh, God, that's hard.
Shout out to my man Tim from People's Critic in Seattle. He's a critic in Seattle, and holla to Jay from the Nerdpocalypse podcast. They want to see it today.
Oh, they
got the screener. They got a screener for one.
Wow.
And the reason that shout out to Jay though, he broke it down. He was saying that they put it at 1:00. Why would you do that unless you want people to really see it? Most screeners are at 6, 7, 8 o'clock.
7, 8
Why would you put it at 1 for nobody can go review it? That's how you know it must not be good.
But you know what?
They probably just really wanted to.
They said the only movie they did that was good, they said, was Star Wars. But they knew that, whatever.
Yeah, see, with X-Men, I can see now with X-Men, your aim with X-Men, I can understand that because with X-Men, y'all had more than long enough to get this shit right. Y'all had this, that's why
Since 99.
Yeah, y'all had more than enough time.
I graduated high school in 99.
They got it right and threw it away.
Well, first class was like,
and I was like, okay. And you know what? No, first class ain't that good. It's good, but I was so disgruntled from everything else that happened. No, it's like eating chitlins for like a whole week and then you get a burger.
I think we can all agree with First Class was definitely the reboot to what we needed. We needed that.
But then Bryan Singer shitted on it.
I don't understand why they even reverted to him again.
and that's
what was that? How was that?
man.
He's still shooting X-Men movies like it's 99. That's what I realized. He's shooting it like it's 99 still. He ain't upgraded nothing.
It's like they don't let go of him, like they won't let him go of Michael Bay with the Paramount and Transformers. And I'm like, yo, that kid promised us a straight up reboot to Transformers 4. There was nothing different about that but the characters. No, you got that in 2 and 3.
5 come out next year.
I can't, man. I can't.
And they're supposed to be combining them together with G.I. Joe. and trying to make a whole Hasbro.
They're trying to put
make a whole
Mask,
Hasbro.
G.I. Joe, yeah, they
all
trying to
that.
do
Y'all doing too much.
Visionary, but I do want to see Visionaries though.
I would too.
I fuck with Visionaries though.
Visionaries was fire.
You know what Visionaries are, right?
Yeah,
Visionaries was my dopeness, man. That was
Yo,
dope.
Visionaries. You ever watch that cartoon?
Once or twice.
Dude,
Such a
maybe that was
classic,
a little
man.
bit older though, Drew. I think that was because that was late.
That was
80s.
'87. Yeah, late
that's-
'80s.
I bought some
bought
reruns back in the day.
Dude,
but
I bought
yeah.
Visionary action figures as a kid.
I have a couple.
All right, so so basically '90s is going to be for next X-Men movie.
God damn,
I'm just
man.
gonna apologize on air too while that some of the notes I haven't read because D just pointed that out a few times, man. You notice that? You ain't read the note I said.
Next up in our
apologize.
topics though, no Michael Keaton in Spider-Man: Homecoming. He decided that the talks fell apart. Yeah. We got hammered on it because we dropped it. Our episode the day after. they so people was tweeting like, "Hey man, he not like we got it, man. We dropped the day before they, you know." But so shout out to that. So what do y'all think? I mean, Spider-Man is gonna be pretty dope, man. I like this kid Spider-Man. Man.
Yeah, I mean, Spider-Man: Homecoming is going to be dope, especially since Marvel is going to be the one actually doing it, and Sony is just really distributing it
And the Russo brothers are like consultants on it.
Right. So,
yeah.
I would say that's a good move because, like I said, Spider-Man worked. But I wouldn't have mind seeing Michael Keaton, like I said, if he was like Allison Smite's father.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind like Spencer Smite. Like he would have worked.
Yeah, there's ways you can implement them and
can
still
totally
get a solid.
You can still get a solid film out of it. Like you have because Michael Keaton is still a low key still a dope actor. Yeah.
Definitely.
He's still a dope actor. So you could have utilized him.
He just got an Oscar for Birdman.
Yeah, so he could totally do what he needs to do.
Shout out to Queensbridge for having a big scene on Civil War, man. Word up. They showed the projects, everything over there.
They did show Queen's projects like that.
But that was kind of whack that they try to portray the project building. You can tell like because I'm NY all day, so the minute they had walked in with the scene with Tony going into the apartment and all that little hallway
wouldn't set up like that. You said
that was not a project hallway to me.
Oh
dog.
no,
like, man.
No, that was a condominium. That wasn't no project.
Man, don't show the projects then.
Because what I'm saying, like, is Forest Hill really like? Huh? It's like what is it like Forest Hill area or something like that? Queens or something?
Yeah, it was somewhere. I just was like, I seen it and I was like, oh snap! But you can see they ad-libbed a little to it. It was just for me. I felt when they walked into the building should have been a little more thorough. If you was gonna take it to that place, unless you would have gave me the house like they did in the previous Spider-Man's cool, but it was a whole different feel. I felt like, oh man, you're gonna take it to the projects, man. You gotta give it a little more grittiness.
All right. Next up, Black Widow is supposed to be getting her own movie. Jules said that one.
I'm cool.
I think it's a dope idea. I think they do like a spy espionage type of film. You know what I'm saying?
In theory, it sounds good, but
Put it in Russian.
That execution has to be everything.
But I would make a prequel. Start it back in Russia.
You know what? I agree with you.
Start it back in Russia.
There's a story
Because remember that story where how
behind her,
she lost to be able to have kids and all that? I
But
explored
see,
that.
now that little glimpse we got into her dream or whatever that was,
Yeah.
I would
and
rather
that-
see
and-
that.
Yeah,
I would
100%.
love to see that. Now that's what I would
and there's
love
some
to see.
espionage thing that she trying to figure out and stuff like that.
How she got in Shield and everything.
Yeah.
Kind
I
of
would love
like
to see
Point of
that.
No Return. Remember that classic
Yep,
film?
Point of No Return.
Give me
Yeah.
that with that.
Because that's the film Nikita. That's all it is.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah, that's all it is.
That was it.
That's all, bro. That's all shit is.
So
It's
safe
like
to say,
Right.
we'll get through. Give us the Black Widow, but make sure it's in
It's an origin.
free
Give me
origin.
All right, next up. This is a sad one because I love this movie. Flight of the Navigator Star charged with bank robbery. Y'all remember the movie Flight of the Navigator?
Too. Yeah. That was a classic too.
Yeah, man. Robbing a bank in Canada.
That's sad though.
Flight of the Navigator was my joint as a kid.
You should still be getting royalties from that movie, man.
Dude, that's what I'm
That's sad,
saying.
Man.
But hey, look, that happens in the hood every day, so I ain't gonna cry over that.
You never know what the hell someone be going through, man.
That's true, man. Drugs and everything. Man.
Cats out here be stealing for no reason, man. So I already
real.
This next one is James brought up, so you can bring it, talk about a little bit. African superhero film Oya, Rise of the Orishas.
Yeah, man, I ran across that, man, on Facebook, man. It was a cool little joint I found, man, and I had shared it and I read it, and it really captivated me because it was like one of them joints I was like, whoa. I was like, huh. I can see it's different. Like it's something different and fresh that you haven't really seen before. Like and then you don't really get to see a lot of true superhero films outside of America like that.
Yeah,
So you really.
I
don't.
mean, we go to China and you'll see all films based around their own superheroes.
Right. But and then like I say, but seeing like an African superhero like centered in Africa, I mean, it's really not. I'm not really up on African whole African film industry like that. So
Yeah, they got like a Nigerian, they call it
Right.
Nollywood.
Nollywood. So I'm not so as far as only thing I know is them badass fucking movies that we seen. They'll play
that Mortal Kombat.
that Nigerian Mortal Kombat shit. You know what I'm saying?
But they got some quality films out there though.
No, they do.
The Nigerian Mortal Kombat ain't the levels.
Because the dude played Black Panther's father is actually a famous South African actor.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? So I'm so I can see South Africa, Africa in general definitely got the.
Oh, so this is actually a live action film.
Yeah, this live action. It's straight to live action, and it's
looking
dope.
at the little thing now.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty dope, man. I can see them on some real low key independent kind of joints. It can work. I was like, yo, I like this, and it's fresh. It's original.
Sometimes
I can see them. Yeah,
like the
what you
same
need.
way Chronicle was, and how it was really. It was low budget, but it was good. It was. You could tell somebody from college filmed it or something.
But it was it's found footage, but it made found footage
dope.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Because the found footage thing, it got kind of played out. It's still getting played out because they still running them paranormal activities out the ass.
Dude.
They're gonna do that just for the that.
Yeah, and it's cheap to make, so it's like $700,000 to make.
Yeah.
You get $1 million coming out at the box office, random people going to see it. You made money on it. All right, next up, Russell Crowe is in the new Mummy reboot. Do we need this?
I don't think so.
Now a mummy reboot, no. But Russell Crowe in anything for the most part.
Yeah, but I'm just
If
saying,
he's in it, is okay. Now
Yeah,
I'm gonna retract what I was about to say because I was about to say if he's in it, it means something. But honestly, man with the Iron Fist or whatever that was, man,
He was the best part in that movie.
Yeah, he was the best part in that movie, and I still think he was killing me with that one. I was like, man,
He was the best part of the movie. He was only in that movie. He only filmed
y'all
it
still
for 2
watching
weeks.
Man Iron Fist 2 yet?
never.
Dude, I
I
told
told
you.
you about
No,
how- I told you about
I know. I told you I watched it.
Oh yeah, that's what you
Oh,
did.
you watched it? You watched it?
Yeah, I woke up and I
watched it.
was still bored. I went to sleep, woke back up like twice.
Dude, I walked away. I went here and made some food.
So do you think they need the Mummy reboot? Period.
Honestly, I don't think so.
I think they had such a dope thing. Remember when they introduced Scorpion King in some way? It was a little interest, and then they hit you with the Scorpion King movie, and you was like, what the hell? Trash. But if somebody really was to put that together hardcore, I didn't see a Jungle Book, but I heard it was really,
Yeah, I heard it's super
really
good.
for adult type.
I heard it
feature
ain't for kids.
Hell
no.
yeah.
Yeah, so man, I don't know, man. Maybe we can get some,
Well, the best Mummy to me is still the first one.
Yeah.
The first one, the way the
Classic.
first one played out,
Yeah,
you didn't need to do another one. To me, you didn't need to do another one. It's
But
you could have stopped right there.
But you know what that is? That's the movie
know,
producers going for
of
money.
course.
And, let's go, my fault, homie. Capitalize on.
But you didn't even need with that movie. You didn't need to make another one.
Yeah.
It was like its own joint. Leave it alone. But like I said, capitalizing off the whole
Trilogies
movie
and all that.
monsters trying to come back and do everything. I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, but honestly, Russell Crowe, I'll rock with it because it's Russell Crowe.
Yeah.
But
I'm not paying for it.
I need to see a preview first. I need to see a trailer.
You give me a trailer.
I need to see a dope
might
trailer.
change that whole
I need to see a
concept.
dope trailer.
But see,
I need
Russell Crowe make you want to see that because I be still stuck on him, man. Cinderella, man. I fight for milk. Remember that?
right. And then if I'm
dude.
gonna see Mummy, man, y'all gonna have to put some more black people. I want to see black people, yo.
Or just something. At least go close enough. Go Saudi Arabia or something.
Right,
man.
so trust me, it's just me and dark skin people African is brown skin, so understand. Give us some more black people, yo.
Next up, Kevin Smith thinks Ice Cube should play John Stewart.
I'm not listening to Kevin Smith with that. That's silly.
Hey man, I kind of
No,
But
but
that-
you want to
but-
see the silly aspect to it, man. Come
That's
on,
not
D.
silly, man.
Just sell us out with that, man.
But,
listen, Kevin Smith ain't the guy to all of it.
I didn't say that, but I'm saying
I'm
it's
just
a decent
saying.
idea though. Man.
No, it's not decent. Ice Cube,
Yeah,
really?
Because John Stewart is kind of stoic and not.
But the thing about
Cube's got an attitude like that too, though, like John
but
Stewart.
that's all he has.
Yeah.
That's all he needs to be
I'm
John
still
Stewart.
having flashbacks
John
of,
Stewart doesn't have John Stewart.
What you call it? On
But John
bars,
Stewart,
man.
but John Stewart doesn't have that much of a personality though.
But but I would rather see someone honestly, me personally, I would rather see someone like a Nate Parker do that because I can see someone like a Nate Parker being a soldier, then becoming like a government contractor as an architect. I can see that more with Nate than with Ice Cube.
I just love that the Green Lantern is Ice Cube.
That's the problem. I want
I just
for the hood. Stop giving me hood stuff, man.
It's not
Take
hood
me
stuff.
out the hood.
I don't want. It's
We've
not
been
hood
stuck
stuff
in the
though.
hood for too long.
No,
We got
that's
Black
fine,
Man,
but we everywhere.
And
We
Meteor
everywhere,
Man.
but we everywhere.
Nah, man, get us out of there now, man. It's time to get
He
out
don't have
the
to get
hood,
rid of that dope boy body, man.
Yeah, so that's what I was. The first thing I said. If he played John Stewart, I'm gonna start acting, dog, and I'm gonna jump in and I'm gonna be whoever I want to be. Gordo X. I don't care.
Next up, Karl Urban says that there are real talks for Judge Dredd television series.
I'm with that, and I think that's where they need to go.
Hell yeah. Like
I don't think people need to see a film no more. Just give us that. It's certain things and properties should stay in series where you can kind of drag them out into, good stories and just keep it moving.
Right.
That'll be dope. I ain't gonna front.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be dope. I agree with that 100%. Space Jam sequel with LeBron James.
It's just
never seen the first one.
You never seen the first one?
I've seen bits and pieces. I've never seen.
You never seen? Just real talk. I'm gonna be real with you. I never seen the first. I ain't see the first one until maybe 5 years after, man.
Yeah, I know what the concept of what really happens is. I've never seen it.
Fish meat. What is that? Fish meat.
Yeah, I was when that came out. I think I might have been 17 years old. Though.
As a little kid, that soundtrack was jamming.
No, that soundtrack.
Soundtrack.
No, hey, that Monstar song with that hit 'em.
But guess what?
Hey, that hit 'em high was the joint. That hit 'em high was dope. Yeah. With Method Man, LL Cool J, Be Real, Coolio, and I might be missing one more person.
I just,
for Mike, it worked because it's Michael fucking Jordan.
Yeah. Hey, it's gonna make paper though.
No, it's gonna make paper.
I guarantee all these kids gonna go see that with LeBron. I guarantee you.
But okay, they're gonna be Space Jam. But is it Space Jam still with Looney Tunes property?
Yeah.
Or okay.
It's gonna make dough.
Yeah, it was a good movie.
We may not be
going like it was whack.
No. I love Space. As a kid, I love
it's
Space
fun.
Jam.
Yeah. It's definitely worth.
Like I still have the VHS at the house. Like I kept it. You know what I'm saying? Dude, I bought it when I was like single digit age. So I'm like, hell yeah, I love it.
I still got the VHS to Transformers 1986 movie, man. I bought the VHS. Matter of fact, it was a yard sale by my hood, and somebody had it looked so brand new. The whole box and everything in the actual VHS tape literally looked brand new, and it was like 50 cents. I said, I'll give you $1.
This dumb motherfucker.
I gave him $1. And I found Soundwave in the same manner too. Somebody had the Soundwave on a yard sale. My hood was selling the yard sales in them little subdivisions be the best. They ain't know what they had. 25 cents. Said what? No missing arm, nothing. Look, I put that in the glass case, man. Stop playing, man.
Right.
Classics.
Next up, let's see what it is. Next up, James Bobin, who directed the Muppets movie. I think he is, or I may be wrong. Let me make sure. He's directed the new MIB movie. MIB 23, which is 21 Jump Street and Men in Black together.
I told you how my feelings on the movie, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess, you know what though? I guess is necessary.
James Bobin is directing it, yeah.
He did the what movie again?
That's what, I think it might be, the Muppets. I'm not sure though. I think, don't quote me on that.
Do you really want to see a crossover?
No, I mean, those 21 Jump Street movies are pretty funny, man.
That's what
I never watched neither of them.
Let's say it's going to be.
He did the Muppets.
I feel it's going to be like more. I told you, I'm feeling it's going to be more of like a Stony type flick. Like I told you, like that's.
But is Will coming back? Is Tommy Lee Jones coming?
I don't think so.
Or is it just going to be 21 Jump Street, 23 Jump Street, 21 Jump Street in the MIB world, like becoming MIB agents?
I think that's too much. I think that's far fetched.
You know what? I guarantee that's probably what's going to happen.
They becoming MIB agents. They ain't gonna be dealing with. They're gonna become MIB agents.
You know what though? Dude. Then that would be fun. That's a good way to reboot that.
It's fun, but part of me feel like that's just a really jump in the shark moment. But I want to see a preview. Yeah. Show me preview and show me what's.
I agree with you. Take a preview before we take it.
But I feel, but me personally, I can see it as working way better as like a Stoner flick. G, I'm just being honest. Like just thinking about the concepts of both of those together. Yeah. You know
that's what they for. A lot of those joints is for that.
So yeah. So that's how I feel.
All right. First up, we got in trailers, The Land. It's a movie by Nas about skateboarders. What do you think about that trailer?
I seen the trailer just now. It looks so dope.
I
love just realistic films sometimes, man. Where you get to just reminisce on that, man. Like I ain't skateboard too much, but
but different personalities of being like I have no problem being in the hood. You just want different personalities of the hood.
Yeah. I just
like
want different interpretations.
Like a kid in the hood that's a skateboarder.
I done lived in it too much, man. I'm good. I don't want to see such negative lights on the hood all the time. Right. So fun stuff for me, like dope. You know.
Yeah. Okay. Dope.
You know, I love to see classic films, man.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It gives me like I can see it being like if dope would had a more serious undertone. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, you know what? It gave me that feeling. So I'm like, I'm with it. And plus, and then I was like, oh shit, Erykah Badu doing there. Okay. I was like, okay.
Yeah, like give me The Wood, give me, a lot of those films, man, would just, you really see the nostalgicness in it.
Yeah. All right, next up, we got Southside With You. It's the story of the first date between Barack Obama and Michelle Obama.
I definitely want to see that.
Yeah, I definitely want to see that.
It looks dope. It looks corny when I read the synopsis. I thought it was kind of corny. But as you see it, you like, it's just a simplistic first date.
But it's a dope ass first date because it literally is their introduction to one another.
Yeah, and how they got together. I think
I'm with it.
I think that's a dope way to celebrate the president and first lady
without it being corny.
out, man, without it being corny. You know what I mean?
You ain't got to do no big autobiography. They probably will do one later on,
dope.
but like you can do one simply then, and it's a love story. You can take somebody too, you know what I'm saying, and watch a little romance for it.
And then the brother is playing Barack. Just looks like Barack, but just dark skin.
Yeah.
So
his features, everything, man.
Yeah.
Like he straight had the Malcolm X effect that Denzel had. Like Denzel looked just like Malcolm, only just darker.
Yep.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like I like that. So I'm like, you got someone who looks like they could be a good actor that looks like the person. That's what I want to see. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm interested in.
All right. Next up, we have Inferno, which is the sequel to Da Vinci Code and Angels and Demons, the Jeff Brown book.
I'm interested in that, man, because
starring
Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, not go ahead.
I'm with it, man. Like I seen the Da Vinci Code, man. I seen most of Angels and Demons, man. And from what I got out of it, man, it's some crazy stuff, man. It's some wild stuff to be going on in there, dude. And I didn't really think Tom Hanks I really got a chance to see Tom Hanks as this serious, so I'm like, oh. Yeah.
Well,
I was like, wow.
You watch Tom Hanks in Saving Private Ryan, you get the Tom Hanks you really want.
Right, I mean, it's been a long time since I've seen Saving Private Ryan. You know what I'm saying? So I was like,
that's the last one for me that really went. Well, no, Rope Expedition was dope too.
Rope Expedition was dope.
Yeah, it was dope. You know what? I take that back. Rope Expedition was dope. And Saving Private Ryan was dope, but it's been a long time since I've seen him in that kind of light. And then when I saw Da Vinci Code, I was like, oh. Yeah. And then I saw Angel Demons like,
did y'all see the other joint where he was the captain? What Captain?
Oh yes,
I'm the captain now.
Oh yeah, Captain Phillips. I heard that was cool, man.
It was good. It was good, man. It was good. It's certain dudes that I love to see in positions when they play roles where they're like the captains, the sergeants, the generals, whatever. Like Bruce Willis.
Oh yeah.
Tears of the Sun.
Yeah,
if he wasn't that was his. To me, I think that was one of his greatest roles.
It really was because
in that
emotion, because the emotion,
everybody was in it too.
Like, and it was emotional, dude. Because you was like, because at the beginning he didn't give a fuck at all. He just wanted the mission, but at the end of the day, he was like, I can't leave these people like this.
I can't have them out there.
I can't leave these people out here like this.
Then he played G.I. Joe, and I was like, I was done.
Right.
And it wasn't that bad, but it was still like
he
kind of threw me a curveball with that.
But
Red, he was good though. He was good in Red.
Yeah, but it was Hasbro money, man.
Hasbro money. You can't pass that up. I'll take that too.
And you got an action figure too, probably somewhere. You get paid off of that too.
You know what? Speaking of action figures, we have not talked about it in real talk. Anthony Mackie,
Falcon.
He's dope. He did better because I didn't want him to be the lackey for Captain America. That was one of my worries. And he did not be a lackey in this movie
at all. He has so much burn time on that film. I was like,
in his own man,
dope. And then I seen this toy at Target. I was gonna buy it too. Face and everything looked just a little. From him coming from, and I joke about it, but coming from 8 Mile. Because I think
that's his first movie.
I think that movie he came out with The Rock and Marky Mark was just horrible.
Which with The Rock and
or Pain and Gain.
Pain and Gain.
Oh,
some people might like it, but I feel
if y'all ever go read that true story, the true story that is super dope. It's a true story.
But it's Michael Bay doing the movie, so I think he just trying to extra with it. But no, all jokes aside, I think it was so dope because we all Black Panther, that kid was hot, and he was. But the burn that kid Anthony Mackie got on screen, man, and what he was doing, I thought it was awesome, man. I was like, man, he's back right now, man.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't mind getting a little solo film from him if you could do that.
They talking about doing a black exploitation version or something. I was like,
but I agree. I appreciate the way Anthony Mackie was portrayed because, like you said, like we always see him as kind of like a sidekick role.
Yeah.
But they brought the Falcon as the Falcon Captain America.
Yeah.
And it kind of like,
and it was like that's my boy. We almost kind of counterparts instead of me being your lackey.
Right. He's my other best friend. Like this is my other best friend. Mm-hmm. Like he showed like, say nah. He said, yeah, you my best friend, but this is also my best friend. So,
Yeah.
and then you seen Winter Soldier.
So funny because when the three were fighting, like imagine if Falcon was there, he would have been the Batman to the Wonder Woman Superman fight. You know what I mean? Like he would have been the Batman like in the corner somewhere. Like man, I gotta wait.
I ain't messing with this.
Yeah, they gotta get that out there.
Yeah, man. Anthony Mackie was dope, man.
He was so dope.
I give him his credit.
Next up, the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 trailer dropped, the final one.
Did you watch it? I didn't see it.
I mean,
I seen it.
Talk to
I mean,
what was
I didn't
it?
see the first one in theaters.
You didn't see the first one? Did you watch it at all?
I watched it after. I watched it later.
Yeah, man, I took one for the team. I watched it. It wasn't like, oh my god. I thought it was so much whack about it though, but
It was super. It looked whack to
Yeah,
me from the
it
first
was-
one.
it-
This one is. I mean, it's cool. Like I'm not shitting on nobody if they want to go see it.
But this
I
is
just
me.
may not go see it.
This is how I judge films. If I buy the DVD on the day of release, on that Tuesday, midnight, whatever, because Walmart stay with the midnight release of the DVDs, then it was a good film. But if I don't buy that DVD and I wait for Black Friday and it's like $4, I'll snatch it, then it was okay. That's how I did it with Turtles. It was cool to have in the collection for the homage of it, but at the end of the day, it was not worth,
Yeah,
not that DVD release, nope.
Now, because Teenage Mutant, the first one as a fan of the original '90s movie of the Turtles, because geez, if that's not one of the best comic book movies, period, Joe, like hands down, like because like I said, we ain't talking about cartoons
class for that.
for real.
Even though people don't want to admit that, April O'Neil's black.
Hey,
She got a jury crew.
Let's just run with what we got. Let's just run with what we got on what is that, Flash?
Yeah, yeah.
we
That's
talking about Iris Woods.
yeah. We got a lot of diversity on the Flash.
Let's just run with it right now.
Hey, we already getting there. Hey, it's already we're gonna have.
And
a
Wonder
black on
Woman's
list.
really from like South America or somewhere,
Yeah.
so that's dope.
All right. Last up, this is something I was interested in from Jules. I don't know if this is cultural appropriation or not.
Let me introduce it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, go ahead. Talk your
Let's
shit.
see. Esta película que vimos el trailer for is called Boricuas in Paris, right? Is that yo funny? You seen the trailer, so definitely talk about it, man.
Puerto Rico's in Paris, man. It's starring I forgot. I'm finna get
It's a Louis Guzman, right?
Luis Guzman. I'm trying to think the other guy's name though.
Lord forgive me, but the ugly dude, and then
I'm gonna give you the cast. It's Luis Guzman, Rosie Perez, Robbie Patel. His other guy.
Yeah, when I saw it, I was like,
Rosario Dawson's in there.
Yeah.
Probably not like a main role, but
Yeah. So this movie,
you gonna see.
Let's keep it real. What's his name? What's homeboy's name?
Louis Guzman.
That's Guzman.
Yeah, Guzman.
I mean, he was in Arnold's comeback movie, the whatever that silly movie was. You know what I'm talking about,
Yeah,
though. You know what I'm talking about, though.
Maggie?
Not Maggie. Not Maggie.
Right,
And I
I think
watched Maggie too. It's crazy.
Was Maggie straight?
Maggie's emotional, dude.
It's emotional, man. It's
Because
really emotional.
because you have to. Because it's a father that has to literally watch his daughter die.
yeah, it was
Basically,
sad.
you have. It's like, and
I can't watch it then because I.
That's what I'm saying, that's what I'm
I cried on Interstellar, so you know what I'm saying.
that's what I was like.
Interstellar is
Right.
That's a tearjerker.
I cried on Interstellar, so I'm not gonna even watch it.
But now, like,
I
so
got a
you got
daughter
a
and
girl,
stuff
man.
like
It's
that.
gonna make you feel some type of way.
Yeah.
That's what I said. It
I had a
gives you the
feeling
same-
about that too. I was
It gave me the same feeling almost that The Last of Us gave me, dog.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah.
But no, it's Puerto Ricans in Paris though. It looks funny. It looks like a comedies, like buddy cop comedy. You got
And
a
that's
straight
dope.
man, and
I'm
a
with it.
funny man. But it's two
You never
Hispanic.
seen it?
Oh no, I seen it.
But it's two Hispanic guys,
yeah.
and I think that's cool though. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
We
Like,
can't get in Avengers and
they
none
got
yet.
what's the
At least we can
you
get
got that
our
new
own
movie
little.
coming out, Mr. Nice Guy or whatever that's coming out that's coming out with.
Yeah, my cousin Alex was talking about that.
Yeah, so if they can do that, and they can do a slapstick not slapstick, but something
yeah.
kind of like buddy copish.
You know what?
Thing.
I
One
think-
straight man, one funny man. Why can't Hispanic or black people do that?
The dope part about it, we talked about it off air, but was the fact that a lot of Latinos and brothers we get played as the
the comedy
humorous
movies.
aspect of certain movies.
Yeah.
Like Ant-Man did
Yeah.
that, and even though they had the Russian dude and he was getting clowned on too, but it was T.I. and my man that played
Michael Pena.
yeah, such an epic actor. But then he's the comic relief in the movie, it was still good. It was just like, but at least we get a film based around two stars who just have fun with this, man. Yeah. So I'm cool with it. Just like Bad Boys was. We can get that. But hey, Gotta see it.
What you think? You thought it was pretty funny?
Yeah, man. Like I actually, it was unexpected. Like
I didn't know what to think for that title though, and I was like,
yeah, I was like, that sounds like some shit you gonna see on some direct-to-video type bullshit. I'm like, you know, it's like,
It's definitely just to clown out though. It's not nothing serious about that.
Right, but I watched it. I was like,
Mention clown out. Did anybody seen?
You
You didn't watch the movie though.
No.
Y'all see Keanu?
I didn't see that. Did you see it? Was it funny?
No, I haven't seen it.
Now, have you heard? Anyone has watched it?
Yes, they said it was pretty funny. Like it's a simple. It's a
Yeah,
simple funny. It
See,
ain't
certain,
don't think.
look, I'm not gonna catch it
Don't
for
think.
$12.
Right. You just gonna. It's a cool,
Yeah.
funny movie. You gonna chill with.
Yeah, that's
I catch on like a.
It looked
random
hilarious.
something like that.
Yeah.
It do look hilarious.
Yeah.
But I think I'm going to the theaters, man, try to catch serious stuff, and
Yeah.
we getting caught up in this whole genre world. But
Barbershop 3 was dope though.
I keep hearing that. You know what? I get mixed reviews because I hear it's dope.
It's the best one to me. The whole
Really?
series. Yeah.
I hear it's dope, but then I get a few clients come in and be like, man, it was alright.
It was funny.
But I think people looking for certain things of a movie that, man, maybe it ain't there.
But no, it was socially conscious and funny at the same time.
That's important though too.
Yeah.
Check that out.
Kind of was it
Just talking about the murder.
socially conscious like Chirac was? Kind
No.
little-
It was a shooting. Like the shootings in Chicago was revolving around the barbershop.
Yeah.
So it was
So-
affecting around them. So
Yeah, so
they had
reality
to comment on it.
is talk about something that,
And how to keep kids out, and they did a whole like benefit to try to help kids.
Don't blow it though.
Yeah.
You about to tell us all?
No, it's a benefit. They showed that in the trailers that they do a benefit. Yeah, man, that's I guess I wanted they have a somewhat trailer for the Tupac movie, but I didn't even. It's like grainy and like somebody took it from their phone, trying to show clips of it. I'll say the dude looks like Tupac, but he don't sound like him. Oh, you saw that same clip that I'm talking about? Yeah. So that's the thing I'm worried about with it, because he don't sound like him, man. And Pac had that. You gotta have somebody spazzing, man. But I'm not gonna judge it. I'm gonna stop. I'm not gonna judge it until I see everything with it. So let's get some final thoughts, James. Any final thoughts? Tell everybody to hit you up once again.
Twitter and Instagram is JBJR Official, and SoundCloud.com/JBJR for my beats. And also the next beat battle, which actually went pretty good. Great turnout. It's actually going to be on my birthday, June 1st. So I want to,
It's about to go down.
29. So I'm gonna be go ahead and
How old? 29?
I'm 29. G.
You're not baby no more.
I know, man.
Can't say it no more.
I know,
baby,
right?
man.
29, my brother. But yeah, man. Like I said, you can catch me on there, man. And end of the day, everyone we got the movies that we got the actual movies that we want for the genre. I gotta agree with Jules. I gotta agree with Daryl, man. Like, end of the day, enjoy what you enjoy. Yeah. But don't knock someone else's taste if it's different from yours. It's getting
abusive, though.
It's getting abusive, man. It's too much. I gotta touch on that real
man.
quick, man. Yeah, stop that, man. Kill that noise, man. It's too much out here for everybody to enjoy. Like, we all grew up on the same shit, yo. Stop that. Yeah. Chill that out, man. Like, for real. Like, let everyone have whatever opinion they have. If you don't like something that someone else don't like, cool. It's nothing wrong with that. But stop all that trying to knock each other down. Stop that shit, man. Like, we had enough. Like, anyone who was a geek, man, growing up, y'all had enough of that growing up yourself. Don't start doing that shit to each other, man. For real. Stop that, man. For real. Just that's how I feel on it, man. But that's what I gotta say. Just go ahead, bro.
All I got to say is literally, I think, I think it's getting too far with this whole divide in the genre, man. But let's enjoy the films. Let's support these films, because when you don't support it, man, just because of your little biases, then they won't make any more, and then everybody loses. So listen, Civil War was dope. I gave it a good 8. I'm not too sure, 8.5 out of 10, but it's a solid film. Go catch it, man. Enjoy it. Support it, man. Let's rock out. You can catch me, Jules Unique, at Facebook, at gmail.com. Jules Unique at Instagram. Holla, man. All right.
DC is on watch with me.
Okay.
We just try to keep it.
I got a kid, man. I can't, and she's young, and I don't get that many times to go out. So just keep it at 100.
It's on you though.
No, but I'm saying
You should have had it earlier. I'm only joking.
No, I already know, man. So no, he's hitting up some emails, landocalpod@gmail.com. I love all the support, people tweeting us and showing they love and all the stuff and everything.
Man, awesome.
Y'all got another reviews that's gonna be coming up soon.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be doing one this week, later on this week.
That's what I'm saying. All this content, people, you got
cover a little more anime, and we're gonna cover a couple other stuff,
because we can't cover everything on this, man. You had that's what we had other shows for tonight. We had to cover other stuff, man.
A lot of people really did rock my opinions on like a lot of the anime. So I appreciate that, y'all.
Yeah, I appreciate people. And people, like, we got some. If you go, y'all need to go check out the tweets, man. A lot of people was like, they was glad we got a little anime show. Now people not talking about anime. I don't talk about anime at all. So it was interesting to me. It was interesting to me listening myself.
Yeah, I'm an anime watcher, and like for real, yo, a lot of people be shitting on anime for the low key anime storylines. Like with some of these animes, dude, they be better than Hollywood shit. Like for real, like as far as the series, give shit a chance. Just because it's animated, don't get far out and win. Like, cause even some of the colorful shit, like it was just like the show I was talking about. I'm gonna actually talk about in the next show, Maki. I thought it was colorful, and bro, I'm telling you, it's shit out there. Like it surprises you. So give stuff a shot. Like it's plenty out there. It's plenty out there for everyone. So many different genres. Check it out. But
we'll see y'all next week. Appreciate y'all always tuning in.
Peace out.
See you. Peace.
Oh, and mi gente, you can catch us, man. We're gonna do a live taping on Univision. Con Univision vamos a estar con el podcast y después de eso a las 11 en univision.com. No, I'm just playing. I just plugged them.
All right. See y'all. Peace.